agency or whatever, or you could just call it, or it doesn't be the rise and fall. It could just be what do we want to call the agency? I mean,
No such agency.
We could.
Why couldn't we?
We could.
There is no such agency.
Yeah, we don't exist.
Okay. No such
Agency.
We're the NSA.
That's a good abbreviation.
What are they
I wasn't even
gonna
thinking about that. Yeah.
No such.
I was
agency.
thinking because we're like really covert.
Detective. What do we call it? Detective
Agency.
agency.
Come on, bro. So I tell you the word like 4 times.
Sorry. All right, so that's gonna be our big picture. We're gonna focus on the detective agency called No Such Agency, the NSA for short.
You work for the NSA? Not that one.
The one I'm talking about. There's no such agency.
Yeah.
All right. So that was actually that usually takes forever. And now we have to choose a starting point and an ending point of our history. So in this game, there are 3 types of events. So one is called a period. So a period is like a period of time. It usually involves decades or generations in between each period. And periods are generally just like kind of similar to the big picture, where it's a very like short description of what's going on in the world at that time. So in our case, it could be
The founding of.
So we want to basically
agency.
right. Exactly. So that'd be fine. We just want to pick a starting point and an ending point for our history, and everything in between that is what we're going to explore. So we could just do that at the beginning. It could be, and we could also, if we don't want to start right when they rise, we could start at when they're at their peak power, and then the end could be their fall or their demise. Or you could start from like.
Do you think they're gonna be like running the world?
Maybe.
Just an agency.
All right, we'll keep it simple. We'll just start with the rise of this agency. Of
I don't
NSA.
care. I mean,
Any
your
input?
idea is cool too.
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, you care?
I don't know.
Bro, come on. We
It's a
collaborate
group
here.
collaboration.
Yeah.
A starting point. Just the easy answer is just the rise of our agency. That's probably the
The
default.
Were we government or no?
Well, we don't want to go into any details
We're
like
an
that.
agency.
Yeah, we'll decide that through play, whether or not who we work for and who developed us. But for now, we just want to figure out a starting point in the timeline, I guess. So,
Like the hiring of a new captain,
A new director.
because
I was thinking that too.
because the No Such Agency is a piece of shit, and they need
And we're coming in to make
and
it
then
better.
Yeah, Detective Captain Yellowstone is coming to shake
So-
things
Would
up.
that be a period though?
you mean an event? That's what I'm
So
saying.
that would be specific. Let's just say,
That sounds more like an event. A new
Um,
director.
but
So a period of that, a version of that, like to make it broader, could be new.
Restructuring.
new
Yeah,
management.
exactly.
Restructuring of
Yes.
Yeah.
NSA.
Let me go grab my jacket.
All right.
After the fall of the United States.
Restructuring.
I just picture this as do you watch The Office?
I have seen it.
That's like what I'm picturing right now. Just a bunch of fuck up detectives.
Oh, yeah. Talking shit about each other.
Restructuring.
Yo, fucking
of
Jamie,
the
she came in here the other day with a
NSA.
bag of cocaine to put it in the evidence locker, and it never made it.
We said failing, right? Of the failing.
Yes.
We can
Yeah.
describe that. Of the failing NSA. That's a good period. So
That's the start.
now the end. Where does our story end? It could be where they've come to power, they rule the world. It could be where they've collapsed into misery. The world ends because of the NSA. It could
Or
be any.
someone dies. Someone gets kidnapped. And,
Yes, that is probably more of an event though. So, under each period, we're gonna make these sideways events, and these are gonna be more specific events that happen within that period. So we're looking for like broad. Now we could say if you want to go on like someone dies, it could be like, maybe all of the leaders of the assassination. the executions or the assassinations of NSA leaders or something, like that could be a period of time where just these people are getting assassinated constantly. If you want to go the killing route.
Well, how long of a time period are we doing?
We don't talk about durations in this game. Everything is generalized. It's how
I don't like gray area.
I know. So there's no time
We
period.
get light and dark events.
Yeah, we're gonna decide. Actually, we have to decide right now if this is gonna be a light or a dark event. And what that means is, as a group, do we feel like this is a positive thing or a negative thing? Everything that happens could be twisted either
It
way.
depends on the perspective.
Exactly. So
If we're all detectives on this agency, we like fucking off.
Exactly. Then
It's
it
a
could
dark
be,
event for us.
or if this agency is required to like keep the world in check or whatever, and now we're failing, it could be a dark event. So we have to choose what we want it to be. I'll vote for. I'll say it's a positive thing.
I agree.
Sure.
Alright, I'll be the one.
You're outnumbered.
Alright,
So-
I don't know.
So white is going to be positive, and dark gray is going to be negative. All right.
No gray. Light.
So the ending. Oh, one idea was she was talking about killing people. The end of it could be like
Nice.
the assassinations of like the leaders of the NSA, like in a general time period where people are getting picked off constantly.
So are we doing like the whole world thing, or are we doing...
It's specific. It can be. We don't because anything it has to be. It just has to involve this agency. We don't know if this agency is worldwide or if it's. We don't know if this.
This could just be the owner of a, what's it called? Like a home area with certain people.
It could be a crime. Community
Watch?
crime watch.
We don't know. It could be anything.
Well, I think we should establish that.
We will when we play.
Because I think...
I know.
I'm not picturing a worldwide agency. I'm thinking of like some...
I think we should establish that in the big picture. What kind of agency is
I
it?
think that it's like a...
Is it intergalactic?
I think it's a bumfuck shithole city.
Okay. We're talking like Gotham City fucking...
Yeah, something like that.
And we're like, okay. Okay. I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm picturing. I'm not picturing this as like a whole worldwide thing.
So just one.
That being said, it ends with the Russians taking over the United States.
I'm fine with that.
Alright, so we'll say it's that then.
There's like plenty to explore no matter what.
You got any opinions? No? You okay? What?
I'm torn. I just got a text from my boss. She needs me to run a report for her. It'll take all of 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Seriously.
Well, that's fine. You can do that.
Yeah, we're playing without you. Sorry. Can't wait.
Why don't you bring...
I'll sit on the couch.
Yeah, why don't you bring it down here?
I am.
Let's- So more ideas for the end. Okay, so we've established that it's a... We don't want to go
A city?
It's a city. We're
Okay.
this NSA division is in charge of a city-wide scale type of operation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or
what
maybe
is
just a precinct, the 13th precinct.
Yeah.
But either way.
what's the so
Shutter Island.
yeah, could do that.
John.
So the ending. Oh, wait for him.
I don't know how I want it to end.
It could be that
But for some reason, my mind keeps on going. It ends with the restructuring of the failing NSA.
again.
Like here we have a peak where everything's good and then everything just takes a
Yeah.
shit. And
City's blown up.
It could end with the city being like,
Blown up.
Are we
Just-
still doing end date?
yeah, we're trying to, yeah.
holy shit.
So
This is nothing. You should have seen how many you had.
yeah.
Oh my.
Your
Oh,
dad-
are they yours or?
My dad gave it to me. I don't need
As
it.
a gag gift, right? For-
No, he's just obsessed with like mints and gum, and he just said,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's either that or a shit ton of deodorant
Yeah.
from Costco.
Well, ask him
He thinks I
for
smell, I guess.
ask him for ask him for more mints.
Okay.
Fucking love mints.
You can take all that, but I don't want them.
I already took like 2. He had like a whole box.
Really?
Yeah, there were so many.
Yeah.
You got them for like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
What's a
Around
whole
then?
box of mints cost?
Probably like $10, $15.
Really?
From like Sam's Club or
Yeah.
Costco.
Oh, now I really don't feel bad.
Yeah, don't.
I don't.
Alright, bro. So my idea was it ends with the restructuring of the failing NSA. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Me thinking aloud, so.
It always has to be restructured. It's so bad. And we don't have to end with it being destroyed.
No, it could end on the opposite. It could end whereas like peace and prosperity.
Nobel Prize.
In the
Yeah,
city.
it could. Yeah, like the city is just redeemed because of what happened in the beginning. Who knows?
Batman retires.
Could be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm glad you're
Is
thinking
there
that,
something?
too.
Is there
That's what
something
I'm
less
thinking.
obvious that would be more interesting besides like the city's better or worse? Like,
Something a little deeper.
yeah, I don't know. A little more creative. Like
Aliens invade and take over the world, and the NSA is disabolished.
that's how they become intergalactic. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
aliens and institute them as like the globe intergalactic.
XCOM.
Yeah, exactly.
NSA becomes XCOM.
But it has to relate to the agency in some way.
Yeah.
So.
You thought the big picture was going to be the hard part.
I know.
We can't end the timeline.
Yeah. I feel like this is always the hardest part.
It is the
The
beginning.
beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Like choosing. I don't really know anything more interesting.
We're still in the end.
Yeah. He wants to think of something creative.
No, you don't have to. We can go with that. That's probably easier. Just pick a generic one because
Say the kidnapping of the director. I don't know. Kidnapping.
But see, then I would feel...
that's like more like
I
it's
would
kind of
feel
specific.
awful because we'd end with the kidnapping and then I'd want to know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
That's-
NCIS gets you.
It's perfect.
We have to play next time.
That's why I like having it where it begins and where it ends, because you can explore like everything in between there. Like if we choose something before it
cliffhanger.
ends, then it's like, well, what happened after this?
Yeah, but even during that period, shit can happen that leaves as a cliffhanger. You know what I mean? Even if you say the city is in prosperity, it's like I could then make an event that says it's in prosperity because a fake leader or something is actually a tyrant who is controlling whatever. You know what I mean?
About the NSA is disbanded by a new government.
Sure.
And it's kind of similar, but
It's,
I'm fine with
it
it.
falls apart basically.
No, it's disbanded.
Disbanded.
It is like someone comes in and gets rid of it.
So do we want to specify government? Or we just want to say like it's just
Disbanded.
it's just disbanded.
I would say disbanded.
Okay.
Yeah.
NSA disbanded.
It's not destroyed. You know, it's not like
Blown up.
it's not blown up.
it's
It's
just, like-
disbanded. yeah.
right,
Like
okay.
politically or
And we'll say to make it an actual period, we'll say it's like it's not like a today NSA no more.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's
a declaration that
something
being
is
disbanded.
like kind of it's slowly working its way till
Yeah.
like it's a process. NSA disbanded slowly. We'll say that. All right. So,
Is that good or
oh
bad?
yeah, is that good or bad? It's great because NSA were tyrants.
I'll say good.
Saying it's good?
Everything's good
I
about
say
it.
it's bad.
Why?
I just think that
I say it's good. I'm saying it's good.
okay.
Only because I'm still picturing the fuck off office workers
Mhm.
where they're pissed off that they're getting restructured, but now they're super happy. Oh,
Wow.
thank God this agency's done with. God, that could go
But
fuck off
That
somewhere
doesn't
else.
make any sense. Why wouldn't they just quit?
Because they can't. They have nowhere else to go.
And they're getting paid to do nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not when it's being restructured.
Well, either way, no matter it could.
Most likely,
None of it's been written yet anyway.
Yeah.
So that's
most likely, if they're getting disbanded, they're going to get some sort of payment, some sort of payoff.
Some kind
They're all happy.
yeah.
so.
Here's
I
your
don't,
3 month severance.
Yeah.
I don't think we can explain it yet because we don't know yet. So I think we just have to say.
Mike and I know.
What? How do you feel about it? Is
Pretty
it
goddamn good.
think
is
it's
it
good.
light? Good.
Fuck
Good.
this agency.
Do you think them being disbanded is a good thing or a bad
Fuck
thing?
Captain Yellowstone.
Fuck Captain Marvel.
Pick one.
Sure.
Or it could be a good, I don't know.
Okay, so it's gonna stay good. All right. All right. So that was the beginning is the restructuring of the failing NSA, and the ending is the NSA is disbanded slowly. All right. Next thing is the palette. We get to add or ban things or subject matter that we don't want to talk about or we do want to talk about. So we have a yes or no column up here.
I can't read that.
I know. I'll zoom in a second. So you can. We're gonna go around the table, and every person one at a time gets to either put something in the yes column or the no column. And if it's in the yes column, it means you would like to see it talked about or added in the history. If it's in the no column, it means that it is banned from the history completely, which means nobody can ever introduce it or bring it in. If it's in the yes column, it doesn't mean it has to be introduced. It's just like somebody wants to see that. Now, you don't need to add something in the yes column if it's obvious that it's going to be included anyway. Like, if we're talking about a fantasy world, you don't need to say, oh, I want to see magic, because it's a fantasy world. We know that. So the yes column would be for stuff that doesn't fit, but something you would like to see. So in a fantasy world, I want to see steampunk or, guns or something. Or if in the no column, it'd be the same thing. You want to choose something that normally wouldn't fit. So it's like... Or no, something that normally you would expect and you don't want to see in it. So if you're in a fantasy world, you say, well, I don't want to see any magic in this fantasy
He
world.
always does that one.
It's because
I hate it.
I don't want to... Well, I know.
You get rid of magic.
I know.
That's the coolest part of fantasy.
I know. And, well, I think it's also... I try to make it... Because I think...
You just make it medieval.
Pretty much. And this one, I'm going to start because I feel like... What I would like to start with... What I would like to see... Now, this is all a discussion. You guys don't have to let me... Anybody can, it's up for discussion, but I think I'd like to keep it in a like NCIS type real world. I'm going to say no Unreal.
That's what I was going to say.
So-
Nothing supernatural
Exactly.
or
I don't
anything
Okay.
out of the norm.
No,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
No Unreal.
Yeah.
No aliens, no magic,
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
lasers. Yeah.
Hey, there are lasers.
Yeah, no, it's no Unreal. And there is
No-
lasers, but
no ray guns.
no ray guns.
No ray guns.
So I think just no Unreal is what I'm going to put in here.
No fantasy.
No
Unreal.
Unreal Engine.
You're not typing.
Why is it? Oh, there we go.
No Lovecraftian.
None of that. It has to be like,
Cthulhu.
if it's not the
You
real...
can't prove that that's not real.
We've established it. You know what we mean. All right, Mike.
The internet says it's real.
So yes, you get to add one to yes or no.
Maybe this is a given, but yes to why it's getting restructured.
Reasoning.
Because we're starting with restructuring, so if we wanted to, we could just kind of jump into, Captain What's-His-Face starts today. He's going to
Absolutely.
shake things up. So I would say that yes, because I already have an idea for the first phase of
So I would
That's
say
not really a
I
thing.
wouldn't consider that like something like I think it's a given, and it's
Okay,
not
that's
so
what
much a given.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you can do that on your first turn if you
Okay,
want to.
yep.
Like we can, I could ignore this. Everyone around the table could ignore this and just start building everything over here, and that's fine.
Yep.
Or you could just say like if you want to do that, you just immediately start signing.
I figured it might have been a
Yeah.
given, I just wasn't.
Yeah.
So something.
Yes. Would
So
be
either
like,
something that you wouldn't expect that you want to see, or something that you would expect that you don't want to see.
Yes could be like a vigilante hero
Exactly.
of the night.
PJ Masks.
Yeah, PJ Masks.
I'm not. Huey Harvey.
So like, I don't know.
Or no could be like
You don't want to see like a
Vehicles.
hero detective or something
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
automobiles. Maybe
You could do all
maybe we're not in the 21st century.
That's true. We just said no Unreal, so that would be fine if we wanted to, if that wanted to be up for
Yes.
discussion.
I know it's real.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just checking. Yeah, that's real. This mouse, it's real, Josh.
That's fucking real.
I'm gonna say.
And you don't have to add something. You can, if you're good with what we got, you can pass.
But if he passes, we stop.
Everybody, it goes around until everyone has had a turn, then it stops. If anybody passes, then it stops after that round.
So everyone gets to add
At
one
least
thing.
add one thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! Trying to be creative here, but not taking too much time.
Yeah.
There's Yeah.
What do I want to see
Or not see.
or not see?
Nazis.
You know, I was actually thinking Holocaust.
Nazis.
I get what you're saying, but I was also thinking Holocaust.
For what? Oh, like.
I don't know.
It just wasn't a very good joke.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any interaction outside of our city.
Okay, that's fair. Does anybody disagree with that?
No, I think that's a little long.
What?
I think that's a little long.
What do you
Like for what you don't want to see. I don't know. I've always done shorter stuff.
Well, no, I think it's.
Like,
I think
We
it
want to
fits.
see centralized.
No outside interaction.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I mean.
Well, yeah.
just in the city.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
No.
Fucking some city 3 streets over and it's gonna come over.
Okay,
So,
right.
Right, or worldwide shit. This is specifically about the city.
this city.
Okay,
I want to see gang violence.
that's
Is that what
kind
you want to see?
that would be expected, but you can.
Would it?
I mean, a crime.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. All right, I'm
Would
going with it.
it? I'm.
No, I don't know. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
There's
you're
so many things that
You're
you
right.
could go with, you know.
All right.
See, now that tells me that we're going to be leaning more towards gang violence, so I'm cool for that.
That's fine.
how I.
Maybe.
That's how I
Yep.
picture
Yeah.
it. Since you're
Yeah.
saying yes, like I'm already going to try to be thinking of.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yes or no or pass.
I don't want to be the loser to pass, but I can't think of anything.
what do you really like in like NCIS and stuff?
Is there any like subject matter that you find interesting? Any
Yeah.
cases that are
Like,
interesting?
what
I
kind of
just
crimes
like
do you
forensic
like?
science.
So you could say that.
You could say yes. You
That's
want.
kind of a given.
It is, but I think they're on the right track.
Not for everyone though.
Yeah.
Like you might think it's a given, but I mean I wouldn't have thought that.
And I think you guys are on the right path. That it puts us on this, like, it gives everybody else ideas. Like, even if it is expected, it's like, well, if somebody's stuck, they can say, oh well, we wanted to see forensic science, so maybe I'll try to make something off of that. All right, I'm cool with that. All right, I'm gonna pass on my second one, and then everybody else gets to get one more if they want. Forensic science.
I got a really good one.
Did I spell it wrong? I guess so. Can't see it.
Yes to bicycle cops.
Okay.
Motorcycles.
No, bicycles.
Bikes.
Bicycles.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Like
say
the short shorts.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Like on the, what's it called?
Reno 911.
Boardwalk. Ocean City Boardwalk.
Yes. Yep.
say no to guns.
What?
Really?
No to guns?
Yeah.
Like even for the police department?
Yeah,
Is
no
this-
guns.
So are we
Just-
are we in London?
Fucking machetes for crime enforcement.
I mean,
Stop!
or a bow.
Or
Spear.
throwing axes. Okay.
I mean, if you guys don't want to do that, I'm fine.
I think
with it.
I think it could
I
be
think it's
interesting.
I think it's
gonna-
just
I think it's
interesting,
gonna make
yeah.
gang violence interesting.
Exactly, yeah.
The
You
fuck
know?
did you say to me?
Throwing axes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Just dudes walking
Batman
around
doesn't
with
use guns.
shurikens.
But it's not even medieval. It's like completely
Yeah,
like
it's
fucking New York City.
2019.
Everyone's packing fucking swords.
Maybe the guns in the world have been banned. They've been
Alright.
completely taken apart.
Let's we
like
shouldn't
it.
speculate, but I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, no guns. Alright.
I'll pass.
Alright, so we're done. Alright. Next is the first pass. Alright, group decisions are now over. So it's important in this game, like, we never collaborate.
I thought you said we do collaborate.
Not anymore.
No?
Not anymore. Not on a... we don't give you ideas. We're collaborating in the game. So you're going to put something in the game, and then I can build off of your idea. But I can never give you hints or suggestions on what you should do. And you can never give me answers. Like, even what we were just doing is technically taboo. Like, what the world could be like. Because we're all technically starting to think on the same page, which you don't
Right.
want. Because the part of the fun of the game is being surprised when somebody's like, takes a left turn, like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Like no guns.
Like, exactly. So, no collaborating, no giving ideas, no discussing what it might be or what it could be. Alright, so the first pass. So, players can now... Okay, so... Where is it? Each player now gets to add one, creating either a new period or an event. So each of us can make a period or an event. So
Is there a limit to how many in each category?
no, this game, that's why I can go on forever. You can just keep playing until you
And
just
there's
play
not
until-
just 3 periods, right?
No, there could be-
more.
Those
could
are just
be-
placeholders.
Yeah.
They
that's what I
could, there
thought.
could be 2,000 periods and 500. It's just infinite. No matter what. So in chronological order, the periods obviously go from left to right, and then underneath of that, you're going to have an event that happens inside of that period. So during the I'm going to not talk about this because it's going to give us ideas. Let's just say this was the fall of a Dragon King, and then the event below it could be talking about, the
Taking the Dragon Prince.
exactly
Or the final battle with him.
Oh, exactly. Just something more specific that falls within that time period. So when you're reading the history, you read it from this period, and then you read all the events, and all of the events are in chronological order. And then it goes to this period, and then all the events are in chronological order.
So what happens if somebody skips over? Do you build off of what's new, or do you
So-
go back?
Whenever somebody adds something, you can always put it in between of anything. There's no such cutoff point. So let's say, for example, somebody adds an event here. So this happens, and then this event, and then let's say there's another event. I can stick my event in between those two events. No matter how close those two events you think they are. It could be this event is somebody gets killed, and this event is the cleanup of the body, and I can still put another event in between there of somebody else, that happened. They're doing something else in that rough time frame, whatever. So you can always add something in between stuff. I gotta check the camera. I just fucked it up. There we go. All right. Where is it? So an event, a period we already talked about. It's a broad stroke of history, 10 generations, decades, whatever. In this case, because we're doing a city, it might be a little smaller, but whatever. Events are more specific that go under time period, but I already said that. So we all just get to go around the table now and create one of those things. And anybody can start. So if you have an idea already, you can start.
I do. You want me to take the keyboard? Or?
Yeah, sure. So to do this, let's just do Control, and you can drag this around, and then if it's, So the first thing to do is talk first, and then type.
Trying to put it in the words?
Because in this game, what is spoken is more important than what is written. So you might tell us what's about. You're going to explain to us what's happening.
Awesome.
It might be 3 paragraphs full of shit that you're telling us, but you only have to summarize what you said here because we all know what you said. You're just no, you don't have to. He's going to summarize what he said.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm stuck on Captain Yellowstone because of your shirt. It's the first.
Okay.
Oh, I was
So,
like, where did that
That's
come
who.
from?
That's who's restructuring, right? And he brings everyone in.
This is gonna be. I gotta interrupt you real quick because this is a chronicle roll, and it's gonna be really easy for you. But one of the rules in this is that whenever you make an event, the first event under any period, whoever's making that event has to make an anchor, and the anchor is a character that is just for that event, basically. So all you have to do is you name the anchor character, then you describe them and their connection to the agency, because everything you do has to be about the agency. And then you make your event, and then all the events must relate to that anchor character of this period. So
Okay.
every event we make has to relate to the character you're about to name. So you pretty much already said.
Captain
Captain
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
So what I would do, this captain we need to have boxes up here
Right.
Or
to be above the period. So you can do Control C and Control V, and then do Control V, and then drag that above. You can move these down, and then that needs to go above this period.
so is this the most efficient way?
You can do it on index cards, but what makes this better is that you can type, and typing is way faster
That's
than
true.
writing.
But
And
it's such a small area.
you can.
Can you expand it out?
So what I was thinking is you can zoom in and then make the text really small. You know what I mean?
So
That's
I'm
one
just
way to
putting
do
the
it.
anchor.
Yep. Captain. Yeah. And then you need to explain to you need to describe them and their connection to the agency.
So he looks just like Johnny. 100% just like him.
Preferably not with such a big nose.
But he's 6'2", thank God. So he's a big, ominous guy. Other than that, looks just like him.
So is he like
Same proportion, but has... So what are you?
5'8".
5'8". So he
just add 4 inches?
So 4
Or
inches...
6 inches?
6 inches just to his legs.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
It's a long leg.
So he's got long legs.
Does
same
anything
size
else
arms
change?
and everything.
Like everything is the same size?
Yeah, sadly, everything's the same size.
That is disappointing. Poor Yellowstone.
You can't take some of this and put it down there.
That would help.
So, alright, so that's what he looks like.
How's he tied to the agency?
So, the agency, I'm saying, is it's a small city, so it's citywide.
Small city.
And he was elected by the city council.
He was elected.
He was elected by the city council.
And it's run by a council. You're giving us a lot of information.
That's
Small
fine.
city ran by a council, and he was elected.
Yes, elected by the council.
Yep.
It's a democratic.
Okay, cool. So you can, if you want, you can write briefly that. Just put elected by city council or something. Elected as what, a leader of the NSA? Is that what you said?
No, I said he council.
As captain of the NSA. And is captain like the highest?
Yeah, in the... Yeah.
So when you say captain, you mean
Captain's
he's
the
like
top of the
top.
agency.
Director.
So
It's a Who's the captain of the NSA?
and he doesn't have equals. So you're
Not a
also
vote.
you're also
He is
establishing
the
that
guy.
there's
He's
like
the-
I was
he's
thinking
the
the
a
same.
monarchy.
He might have some underlings, like, it's not like there's 50 detectives. There might be sergeants, lieutenants. There might be a chain of command.
But
There might
he's the
be-
one.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Sweet. All right, and now you make the event, and now, one, your event has to be about the NSA as always, and it also has to be about Captain Yellowstone. Control Z.
Control Z.
Control C.
Z. That'll undo. That's what you're trying to do.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, when I say it has to relate to either of those topics, it doesn't have to be direct. Like you could be talking about Captain Yellowstone's wife. You could be talking about his history. Maybe he went to school somewhere, and you could be talking about that school. You just have to tell us how it relates to his
Vaguely
life.
relates.
Vaguely related. Kind of like
So-
the focus, which we'll talk about.
We
Yeah.
can put it in the words, however. What I'm thinking is Captain Yellowstone. It's his first day on the job. Calls everyone in. Introduces himself. It's Captain Yellowstone. Everyone's kind of growling. They don't like him.
So, don't go into a scene, because it sounds like you're going into a scene.
Okay.
So, under an event...
So the event is he calls the meeting.
bird's eye view of what happens. If you're a bird, you won't be able to hear any conversations. You'll only be able to know that there is a meeting. Captain Yellowstone's in a meeting. You would know who he's in the meeting with, and maybe where he goes after the
Damn,
meeting.
I have a scene ready too, but that's fine. So Captain
Why can't you
Yellowstone
do a scene?
in a meeting.
You will, but not now. This is the first pass, so this is still set up.
Oh.
Entire agency.
Yep. What else will we see? Will we know? Okay, so I guess where did this? So if we're like I said, bird's eye view. This meeting took place at the agency?
Yep. Yeah, I
Um,
guess they have like a big conference room or something like that where
Okay.
everyone fits.
All right. And it's just the agency there. There's no like the council isn't involved or anything.
Nope. He's done what he needs to do with the council. They're not there. He's taken over and.
Okay. And Captain Yellowstone holds a meeting because it's not really like a current. Because there could be a number of scenes that happen. Holds a meeting with entire
Conference
agency.
room to introduce himself.
There you go. Perfect. And tell them why he's here. Perfect. Okay. So there's like this big official meeting for the NSA. Perfect. All right. And then.
Is it good or bad?
No. Oh yeah. That's for you to. This is for you to decide since you're making it.
I'm seeing this through the eyes of Captain Yellowstone. I'm gonna say it's good.
Okay. Cool. So it's like this, and then there should be a fill color box somewhere. This one. Just make it white. There you go. All right. And now Josh's turn. And now anytime somebody makes an event in a period, you have to make the anchor as well. And because you can't... Okay, yeah, so you can make a period. So you won't make the anchor if you make the period.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You won't or you will?
You won't. It's only when you make the first event in that period. So usually somebody will make the period, and then the next person gets to make the event with the anchor.
The city council.
Make sure it's broad strokes of time. I mean, it's go ahead. I didn't even hear what you had to say.
The city council.
Whoa!
I'm thinking the city council is going to be overthrown
City
by.
Council.
Oh, did I spell it wrong?
Yeah. It's easy. I would say just.
Perfect.
Yeah.
City council is overthrown by a gang, or like the leadership of the city changes hands, but I want it to be from the city council into a gang. Like gang violence overthrows city.
Yeah, that's fine.
Something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Yep. And then if you want to elaborate, you can make an event later that talks about exactly the city council being taken or something.
I can't spell.
So when you're making, I mean,
Gang
we've all
violence
played
overthrows
before, but
city
I'm trying to make sure I don't leave you behind
Is this a
here.
good event?
Good or bad? Bad?
This is good.
Okay.
How do I change it?
Up here.
This?
Yeah. So no matter what somebody creates in the game, they don't own that history. And what I mean by that is whatever Josh makes, or let's say Mike makes the council or whatever, it's not his council and he can't protect it in any way. So you could make an event under anything where
Captain Yellowstone could have died right there.
yes. Yes.
Captain Yellowstone's dead.
If you want to kill Captain Yellowstone, you can. Nobody owns it. People just
Johnny's
build off
always
each other.
killing my
Yes.
people.
I'm gonna
You
kill 'em.
fucking dick.
But just because they're dead doesn't mean they're gone. Because if you kill somebody back here, you can still go back in time and talk about when they were alive. So just because you kill someone doesn't mean that they're gone.
They're just gone from the future unless they're brought back from the dead by
Exactly.
forensic science. That's not unreal.
That is unreal.
I don't know where this may go.
Well, tell me what your idea is, and I'll tell you if it's a
But there's gonna be a mole.
okay.
A mole. Okay.
Which I guess I would go before overthrowing the city council.
It's up to you.
So you could make an event
A period.
or a period of a mole.
But because that's more. The mole is kind of specific. It's a very specific. Like a mole is more of an event. Like
Yeah.
a mole infiltrates or something. Or if you want to make a period about something like that, you could go. Like the period could be NSA is infiltrated by outside forces or something like that.
By the Treadway Bloods.
But you
Right.
could take the mole and put it in either one of these. You could
I know.
because it couldn't.
I know.
Okay.
Mints always make me sneeze.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Peppermint. I love sneezing though, so that would be awful.
That would have been the best.
That would have been terrible. I couldn't go back and listen. Hi, future me. I hope you're enjoying the show. What's up?
So what classified like a very broad?
What, a period
No.
or an event?
Bird's eye
event.
view.
A bird's eye view. So it wouldn't involve any conversation, but it would, and you would, if you were a bird flying over it, you would see what happened. So if you was talking about a war, for example, or a famous battle, you would see two people fighting. Maybe the general gets assassinated, or gets killed in the battle, or maybe the defense of Earth is overthrown by an alien invasion because you see the aliens come in and invade Earth. That's an event, or just anything specific that happened. And like I said, tell us before you write. I think it'll be easier.
I think we're gonna have a person. I'm trying to think of a clever name. That's not really working out too well.
Okay. It could just be a
She's
basic.
gonna be playing both sides. She's gonna be part of the force, but is gonna be part of the gang. No.
Alright, hold on. So
I suck at this.
no, I'm not trying. I'm not trying.
You're stuck.
No, listen. So it's fine. You just don't want to describe the person
I'm just saying that there's going to be
I think you're fine. Go ahead.
a blackmail situation,
Mm-hmm.
which will lead into the next event because the person plays both sides.
Okay.
I
So
don't-
what?
And
What is the?
Is he a blackmail, or are you saying like he's being blackmailed?
So the city council will be blackmailed for sex trafficking.
A blackmail.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's an event right there.
Oh,
That's your event.
Yeah.
I can't.
The city's fucked up.
Oh my god.
We got a gang with bow and arrow and axes and
And
sex traffickers.
No guns. I was thinking no guns because they don't breathe oxygen. There's no combustion to make them work.
I can't breathe, so I don't know.
okay, so
Or there's no oxygen
Now-
on the planet.
one thing that helps, and this is true for all of us. Whenever somebody makes anything, it can really help that person if you ask questions like to clarify in your own head. So, I guess, do we know how this blackmail took place? Because was it like,
Well, she's playing both sides, so she's part of the gang violence that's
well,
with the
who's
sex
who's
trafficking.
so who's she?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a clever name. I can't think of one.
And it has,
Is this person on the city council or is this the one doing the
It
blackmail?
has to relate to
Doing the
Captain
blackmail.
Yellowstone too.
Yeah, she's part of the squad of Captain Yellowstone,
Okay.
but is also doing a side hustle with the gang, who has intel about the sex trafficking ring. And
She's definitely fucking Captain Yellowstone, no question. Guaranteed. So she's
I
getting
have the first name of Penny.
She looks
and I
just like
think-
you.
Okay.
But she's 6'2".
So Penny's fine. You can. So this girl Penny is blackmailing the city council.
Yes.
Okay, so give her a name. So Penny or there you go.
Penny, a squad member of Captain Yellowstone.
Yes, put that.
Oh.
You put.
You do.
I put the developer tools out.
Yeah.
I don't like it cute.
I know it's cheap.
Pretty
I'm
trash.
so used to mine at work.
So yeah. So
Penny.
who should she?
Squad member.
Of Captain Yellowstone.
Capitan.
Or should it be?
Capitan Yellowstone.
Should she be his wife?
Council member. You're good. Cause you can delete the first part if you're gonna reword it.
I don't know. I thought you said I needed to put the name down.
No, you're doing good. You're fine. That tells us everything. So
Okay.
she's a squad member of Captain Yellowstone. She's blackmailing the council member because the council member is a part of a sex trafficking ring. And did you also say that she's working with a gang?
Yeah, she's as a side hustle is with the gang.
She's with the gang.
Yeah, she's
She's
Both
a rat.
teaming.
She's a rat.
She's okay. She's like a
She's a
double
double agent.
agent essentially.
Double agent that's blackmailing the city council. She's got a lot going on.
So
well, she's blackmailing them for the gang members because she has the inside scoops.
okay,
I don't know.
that's fine. That's perfect. So I would put in there too that she's like either a double agent or she's working with a gang. And you could even
There's all this information about her.
that's fine. And you
Penny.
you can name the gang if you want, or you can leave it out.
I don't know.
I looked up gang names. I couldn't think of anything.
Clockle?
Oh, so
She's part
I
of-
was originally saying city, but then I thought I deleted it all. Local gang.
The Clockle gang.
Do you want to name the gang?
That's
or
the
do you want me
name,
to
that's the
local?
name of the
Okay.
gang. Clockle.
Nah.
The Clockle gang.
She said local gang. So this can be changed later if somebody wants to name the gang. We'll just have to go back and change what it is. All right, sweet.
Your turn.
And we'll do this. And this happened after Captain Yellowstone's meeting or before it?
After.
Okay.
He has to at least get part of the squad.
Is that good or bad?
Is it good or bad?
What is the whole...
Just, I know we're not supposed to share information. It's like so hard.
I know, you're not supposed to.
All right, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll leave it as bad.
All right. So now it's.
This shit's gonna go down.
All right. So period or an event. And as a general note too, we want to avoid carrying people over to different periods. So you don't want to have Captain Yellowstone involved alive in all this stuff. You don't want to time periods, because if you start bringing people over to each of these, you can start approximating. Well, he probably only lived 80 years. So that means that
This is also a smaller scale.
it is, and I was looking at the rules for that, but
Because I would assume that Captain Yellowstone is still in power during the gang violence.
we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right, but he could be, right?
He could be.
Okay.
But
I just make sure you're not saying that he's...
The one of the rules in the original Microscope is you don't want to do that. You want
We were playing with one stretch of period. Like they could be in one, and then they could be in like one right next to it.
You're not supposed to do that.
No.
Yeah. Now the only question is, because if you want to talk about Captain Yellowstone and these other periods, and this is a regular Microscope, and other periods, you could talk about his past life. You could talk about his children. You could talk about his remains or something. But he couldn't be alive in that. But because it's a smaller scale, I don't know if that applies, and the book doesn't say. It just says follow all the rules from regular Microscope, and that's in the rules for Microscope. So I'm not really sure if we want to do that. I mean, now, one thing the rules are clear on, the anchor can't be the same. So in this period,
Yeah, it makes sense.
he couldn't be the same.
I don't like him anyway.
I guess, alright, we'll try it where we'll get rid of that rule. I don't think it's going to break anything. Like I said, the only thing it's going to do is, like, kind of put a small time frame on us, because if he survives between periods, he could essentially be alive all the way to here, which means this whole history could only take place within a lifetime. Which, if he's only
But we don't know how long they live.
I know, unreal, bro.
People can live to 100 now.
That's true.
See,
100.
since-
Tortoises live for hundreds of years.
Since this was on a small scale, I wasn't thinking that this was going to be 300 years. Because there's no police agency that's been
I
around
was
for
thinking
300
maybe a
years.
year.
Okay.
I'm thinking on the smaller scale.
All right.
I'm not saying tag him long and not saying that you can't kill him here.
No, yeah.
I just don't want to
Oh,
limit
don't
us
worry,
and
he's
say
gonna
that
die.
we can't bring
Right.
Captain Yellowstone.
All right.
or-
I'm just saying that's in the base rule, and that's not clarified here, so I'm not sure. But we'll say for this group that we'll allow him to be alive in other periods, and we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna break anything. So, what am I gonna do? Something's getting fucked up.
Fuck you, bro.
All right.
Get out of my
So I'm gonna make I gotta make an anchor.
He's just going to kill him here. That way it doesn't break.
Yeah, right.
To avoid it all.
No, it doesn't. I can't, because even if I kill him, you can always talk about him. He doesn't go away. Alright. So my anchor for this period is going to be... let's say...
It's already 7 o'clock.
We're probably each only going to get like 2 turns of
see.
leading. It takes a while.
Red Eye Pete.
Red Eye Pete.
Okay, Red Eye Pete, description of him. He is your typical gang member. He's older though, he's probably like in his 50s. He's got a lot of scars on him.
Does he have a red eye?
He always has red eyes. Unknown if it's drug induced or not, but he always has red eyes. He's got a lot of scars. You can tell that he's been in a lot of fights or violent activity, and he's a mean individual. He just has that mean persona about
Looks
him.
like Mike.
Mean old man with battle scars.
50 is middle aged, bro.
Whatever, it's old to me. Mean old man with battle scars and red eyes. And how is he involved with the NSA? He is the in this period, he is the leader of the fucking names. God damn, I hate names. It's always hard to come up with names.
What are you thinking? A gang name?
Don't collaborate. Of the Leader of the Hawks, which is
Wow.
a gang, obviously. Thank
no
you.
one's gonna want to be in that gang.
The biker gang.
I'm a hawk.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Leader of the Hawk Gang. Alright. Alright, so
All named after birds.
So I make this. So, alright, so what happened to this event?
Do I have time to get some pizza?
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta think anyway.
Did you drink all the tea, bro?
No, there's some left. Not much, but there's some.
Yes, please. Thanks. I'm gonna finish it, bro.
Okay. You should have ordered 2. I don't know why you didn't.
I thought you ordered 3.
Well, I thought you got 2 teas and a crush.
Yeah, see, that's what I
Yeah.
thought you did.
Expects us to
Got my
drink
mind,
water.
on my money, and my money on my mind.
And I didn't specify this, but just so I'm saying it, that period is related to the NSA because it's like
This is like nothing.
that's their problem
So I'm gonna finish it.
that the city council's being overthrown.
Wait, what? Sorry, I wasn't.
So
So
the-
this period?
for that period, it's like
How it relates to NSA?
yeah, it's NSA's problem that's happening. Like they need to solve.
Oh,
that.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Because it is technically a crime. And
Right.
it's a
Yeah,
crime.
makes sense.
exactly. You gotta get a new fidget spinner or some WD-40.
I keep blowing dirt out of it. It seems like it helps every now and then, but
It's dirt button.
huh?
It's dirt button.
Dirt button.
Do you know what a dirt button is?
What's the other word I was looking for?
An asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was looking for a different word. Dirt your
What?
punch your dirt star. Is that the word I'm looking for? Dirt
It's,
star.
dude, it's dirt button.
No, it's dirt star.
Never heard that one.
Dirt button.
Mhm.
Oh, you're eating.
I don't have a weak stomach.
Alright. Red Eye Pete is going to murder Captain Yellowstone. He's going to murder the city council member that she talked about that's being blackmailed. Red Eye Pete murders city.
What's the point?
Well, that's what we can establish. If you want to figure out why or make it make sense, you can elaborate on it. Red Eye Pete murders city council member that was involved. Let's give him a name. That way it's
So can people see your screen?
yes. This city council member is blackmailed for being. We're gonna call this city council member. City council member.
Chelsea.
No collaborating. Steve. City council member Steve is blackmailed for being part of a sex trafficking ring. Red Eye Pete murders city council member Steve.
What's his full title?
Yeah, it's it.
City
Steve?
Council.
No, city council member Steve.
You address me as ordered.
Tennessee.
Two last names. Member Steve.
In public,
Oh,
at the not public, in the town square, in the city square, Oops. All right, so I'm picturing, so Red Eye Pete. If you're looking at, if you're a bird, right, looking down at this, they're in the city square. The city square is like the central hub of the city. Like it's the most popular point of the city at any point. Like, and Red Eye Pete murders Steve right in public with presumably hundreds or thousands of people walking about. They're in the park, and he murders them with a machete because there's no guns.
He hacks them up.
Yeah.
It's just beating
Just
to death.
and he doesn't like. How does he kill him? Because you would see this. So he. Does he decapitate? No, he doesn't decapitate. He just stabs him in the. No, he cuts him across the chest like 2 times. Then Steve like bleeds out on the ground. And
Pete sounds weak.
And Pete like kind of vanishes into the crowd of people, and people are freaking out. But before they really realize what's happening, he's already like gone. Red-Eyed Pete murders City Council member Steve
And escapes
in the city square. In front,
Oh, her comforter's in the washer. We have to switch it.
thousands of people, and escapes. Why do I spell square wrong? There we go. Square. Alright, we can do this. Let's do, alright, and we can pan around, I guess. Well, then you can't see the whole thing. Yeah, it's not as good, huh? Whoa. Whatever. Alright. Alright, so that's mine. This is going to be a positive thing. And when you say it's positive, you can kind of explain why you think it's positive. I'm saying it's positive because Steve was a part of a sex trafficking ring. Now, obviously, murder is bad and whatever, but in this case, that's my reasoning. And that's that.
All right.
So, that is setup. We are now done setup.
Oh, we have to do that multiple times?
No. So, that setup, now it's going to go in order. Well, I'll explain. I'm going to explain right now how it goes. So, how it goes is... Josh, since it's your game day, you want to be the first lens? So
No.
No?
You can start with
Whoever's the first lens, they get to... Whoever the lens is, they're like the first player. It alternates, but whoever is the lens, they're going to have the most creativity in that. They're going to have the most opportunity to create stuff in that round. So to go around the table, the lens gets more turns than everybody else, and then once that round is over, then the next person becomes the lens. So whoever has the lens first is...
actually, yeah, I'll do it. I'll be lens first.
And okay, so Josh is the lens. So the first thing you do is declare the focus of the game. So the focus is something that we have to build around always, okay? Now it could be it could be something as broad as love, it could be something as broad as betrayal or an idea, or it could be something very specific like a murder weapon. It could be an event that happened, maybe the murder of such and such's wife. It could literally be anything, and whatever it is, everything we create has to relate to it. It doesn't have to be about that, it just has to relate to it. And you just have to vaguely explain why you think what you're creating vaguely relates to it. It doesn't have to be like specific. So if it's about a knife, not everybody's going to make a scene directly about the knife. You could say, well, the knife killed this person, so I'm going to talk about the person that got killed by the knife, and that would be fine. So...
Do you have your little chat thing up so you can hear people?
Yeah, nobody's talking.
The focus is going to be Penny.
Penny, okay.
Shoot.
Damn you, Penny. All right. So, and then...
Not the money.
Okay. Wait, damn it. I already had a great idea for that. All right, so you go first, and then it goes clockwise. You can choose the lens can choose to create 2 things on your turn, so long as they are nested inside of each other. So normally, you get to pick a period, event, or a scene that you want to make. The lens gets to make 2 of those things as long as they're connected. So he can make a period and then put an event in that period, or he can make an event and put a scene inside that event.
Okay.
You got a
You have
scene
to
ready?
do both?
And as a suggestion, the game recommends the player who does this, whoever goes first, to teach new players, should probably make a scene so they can see how the role plays.
Yeah, I was going to do an event.
Okay.
Can you make a scene for an event that already happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. But
You can
I'm
make
making
an
an event. And
10
you-
scenes for one event.
Can you expand on a scene?
No, yes. Once a scene is created and answered, you can't you're not going to reopen that scene. But if another question came up during that scene, you can make another scene and talk about something that was happening in that scene. Basically, a scene is he's going to do one, but you ask a question, you propose a question. So the scene might be, why did the king's daughter betray her father? Okay, and you don't even have to know. None of that has to be true, but regardless, let's just say that was the question. Then we all get to play the characters out, and we have to answer the question of why did they do this, and it'll make more sense than me go play it. But scenes are where the role playing comes in. That's where all of us get to play simultaneously and create simultaneously, and either all of us anybody can answer the question, anybody can create stuff during a scene. I'll show you.
See, I don't wanna mess up her map.
And anything you create can't contradict something that's already been is fact.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't think I am. So, Penny is going to use her knowledge, or actually, that's a little too specific. Penny
So this is happening before the meeting?
Yep.
Penny blackmails Chelsea, my stupid boss's name.
You don't like it? I don't know if she's watching the stream. Do you not like Chelsea?
Well, I mean, I gave her the Twitch channel, so she better be. Penny blackmails Chelsea. Leader of the council.
Okay. So there you're already saying the council isn't like a equal
In-
power.
In order to put her husband and gang leader.
What's up? Is the gang leader Red Eye Pete?
No. Her husband and gang leader, Captain Yellowstone, in charge of the NSA.
Part of me feels like Captain Yellowstone's first name should be Woodward.
Woodward?
I don't know, but that's just what keeps coming up in my head.
Woodward.
I can't see what I mistyped.
The E in Yellowstone is connected to N. Can we change the word leader to chairperson? Only because typically city councils are.
Yeah,
Can
and
we
typically
change captain,
captain
the director.
Yeah.
Saying.
All right. So
Yeah.
question.
That doesn't contradict with hers down here.
So hold on.
does
So
it?
look, so
No.
Penny is the squad member of Captain Yellowstone.
Yes, which can still be true.
And she's blackmailing. Can you change?
So she's just blackmailing everybody.
Here you go.
First she blackmailed Chelsea. Now she's blackmailing
And Steve.
Steve. Who
For
else is
some
going to get
reason,
blackmailed?
I don't know.
So black.
Yeah, wait till Penny gets blackmailed.
Yeah.
This
City
shit's
council
going to
member
turn into a
Steve.
Yeah.
shit
So
show.
blackmails the city council.
I'm making a
members.
scene before that.
Yeah.
Penny gets blackmailed Chelsea.
Penny's a bitch.
Maybe
So
she's
she's blackmailing
she blackmails
Steve.
Chelsea first
Yeah.
to get her
Who
husband.
is the leader of the council.
Yes.
In order to put her husband.
And gang leader, because they're
So
married.
husband and gang leader's the same thing.
He's her
Her
husband,
husband.
and he's a gang leader.
And we're not saying what gang yet, right?
Say gang leader of the Falcons.
The Falcons. Nice.
Yeah. Falcons versus
HR,
Hawks.
And gang.
Sounds like a high school brawl.
Their football teams are fighting.
Captain Yellowstone in charge of the NSA. Okay, so he got to power because of his wife
Yes.
blackmailing the leader of the council.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's a gang leader.
As a side note, I want to put in here as a side note, she is part of the local gang. She's part of the Hawk gang.
Wait.
Who?
Wait,
She's part of the Falcon gang.
okay.
Yeah.
And escape.
Oh, you mean Chelsea?
No, I was talking
No,
about Penny.
Penny's part of the Falcon gang.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And then she's part of the.
Then why
Penny.
would she be in a different gang than her
No.
husband?
Well, she could be.
She could be. She could
We
be
don't
like
know
a
yet.
triple agent.
I
She's-
guess I know what I'm doing.
No, that's too much work.
She's just everywhere.
As a side hustle, she's part of the Falcon gang. Okay.
Side hustle.
Any
Triple
questions?
A.
You guys want to elaborate on?
So that was an event. Now what are you doing?
Doing the scene
Alright.
after that.
And to do the
Does it
scene.
start with Penny
Oh,
and
that's not a scene.
Captain
No, it's an event.
Oh.
fucking like hardcore?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's solid. Let's go way to start the scene.
How does Penny get pregnant
Scene 1A.
after Captain Yellowstone becomes the leader of the NSA? And then
How
we
does she
roll-
get pregnant?
And then we roll by
Well.
them banging. Yeah.
Well,
When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much.
They hug for about
Alright,
40
so
seconds.
the first thing for that's true. So the scene, you have to state the question that we're gonna
Yes.
answer,
Um,
and obviously the more you know, that's when we elaborated that open-ended questions are not great for scenes. So just saying what happens after this is not a great question because during a scene you don't want to have a lot of leeway. It's better to have a question that almost stacks the deck to where you say, why did the king murder his brother even though whatever, you know what I mean? Because that way you go into the scene, you already know somebody's getting murdered. It's just a matter of figuring out maybe why he did it or something. You know?
yeah.
You don't have to do that, just a suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you label this scene so that we know
This
which
is,
of
yeah, so I already labeled it on the card, so it's scene 1A. And it'll be like, what's the question? You can.
Oh, yeah, true. Thinking, why does Penny come to Chelsea? Or how does Penny present why does Penny or how does Penny present Chelsea with the information that Chelsea is in charge of the sex trafficking ring?
Okay.
No, maybe that's too much. That might be too tangled up. I don't know. I didn't have an idea for a scene.
You just wanted
I just wanted Penny to be like getting him in charge.
Well, it doesn't have to be like something crazy.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what Chelsea was blackmailed for, right?
No.
Nope. I mean, I thought that's like an obvious question. I mean, we shouldn't give them ideas, but
Yeah.
You keep saying that.
I know it's just so hard.
It is hard.
We always struggle with this because it's like you just want to like bounce
Okay.
ideas off each other. but
I'll just do
you're not supposed to.
what information does Penny blackmail Chelsea with in order to get her husband in charge of the NSA?
Okay.
And I'll leave it open ended.
All right, that's fine. All right, so go ahead and type that out. All right. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, so we review established facts, just to make sure we're all on the same page. We're not too deep in yet, but we already just kind of did that. Like, she's blackmailing Chelsea, who's the leader of the council, and she's doing it to put her husband and the gang leader, Captain Yellowstone, in charge of the NSA.
Yeah.
We also know that she does this later as well to Steve, right?
But we don't know why.
No, right, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Just for future what she's going to do.
Yes.
Alright, so next describe where the scene physically takes place and what is going on.
Okay. Set the scene.
Yep.
This is taking place in Chelsea's apartment room in District D.
Okay.
Chelsea is a transgender.
Is she?
It's taking place in District D in Chelsea's apartment room.
Okay.
We-
So that's where. Is there something what happened just for the scene? Okay. Describe where the scene takes place and what is going on. Are the characters here for a reason? Is there something they intend to do? What happened just before the scene?
Okay. Chelsea, she's in the bathtub right now. She's got like her whole setup. She's got the candles and I mean I don't know what do you do when you take a bath?
I don't.
You don't
No.
bathe. That's
No,
cool.
yeah.
Me either. Like candles and roses spread out and the lights are dim and she's just sitting back relaxing in the tub when she hears a knock on her door and the knock on her door is going to be from Penny.
Knock on the bathroom door or the front door?
Front door.
Okay.
She's
If
not
it was
already
the
in
bathroom
the
door
house.
would be like,
She's not a criminal.
What the
fuck
She's not going to
Alright.
break in.
So next is choose characters. So the player making the scene can specify one or two characters someone must play in the scene, and then you can name one or two characters that no one can play in the scene.
Well, Chelsea and Penny
Are required.
obviously have to be played.
You could also ban people that are otherwise
don't exist.
would be expected even, or you could require people that don't even exist. So now you can require somebody, or you can require obviously somebody from the
So-
history already.
Officer Daniels,
Okay.
Chelsea's bodyguard, cannot be played.
Okay. So he just created Officer Daniel. Okay.
wait, is he part of the NSA?
I don't know.
Wait, he's just making. Whoever plays that character,
He can't be.
he can't be played. But now you know he exists, so in your other history, you can elaborate on him if you want.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's the most play? It's Chelsea.
Chelsea and Penny
And
have to
Penny.
be played.
And then band is, what is it? The Chelsea's bodyguard?
Yeah.
Bodyguard. And what was his name? Daniel?
Daniel. Officer Daniel.
Okay.
He's a cop.
Alright. Anybody else
and that's
you
it.
want? Okay.
That's it. Just one.
Alright, and then we all, in reverse order, so counterclockwise, you pick a character to play, Mike. Now, you don't have to pick, so the only rule is that these two characters have to get picked. Because you get first pick, you don't have to pick them. You could literally pick any character you want. It could even be a character that doesn't exist. You could pick Steve, you could pick, what's his name, Yellowstone, you could pick him.
I'm picking Yellowstone because since we're married, I'm assuming.
Yeah. my
Now,
bad.
he's
Are you playing Penny?
No,
Damn it. 'cause
I
we're-
choose last, so it depends.
Okay.
Right. Now, Josh described the scene. Yellowstone isn't in this scene right now. Because you're playing him, you
Yeah.
can introduce him at any point in the scene.
I didn't describe the other rooms.
Okay, then that's fine. That's
So I
fine.
can't be sitting in the bathtub with Penny.
That's
only,
fine.
No, you can't.
It's only 5 feet long.
Yeah.
Alright. So, who do I want to play? So if I pick something random, you're going to have to pick Penny or Chelsea, which is a main role. Do you want to play a main role? So Penny, who's going to answer the question? Because the question is, what's the question? What info does Penny...
I think Chelsea will be answering it.
No, it's Penny. What info?
Or Penny will be. That's
Either
what
one. So either one can
Yeah.
answer it. Because she could either say what you did to me, or the other one could say, this is what I did to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to play a main? To start? I mean, I could play the main. You could play.
Okay.
All right. So I'll pick.
Change the line. I'm playing Fido.
There you go.
The dog.
You
In the
can.
tub.
You can.
I was
The
actually
dog in
thinking
the
that
tub.
in my head. I'm like, well, does she have a pet?
You could play like. Well, we'll go there. Who do I want to play?
Pet parrot.
Penny is the one that's blackmailing.
Met blackmailing.
And Chelsea is the
one in
husband.
tub.
Of
No, Penny is the husband of Captain.
Chelsea's the council member.
the lead
Leader.
council.
Just, okay. I'll
Yeah.
play Chelsea.
The one getting blackmailed.
Yes. So far, there's nothing. There's no dirt on her, right? She's just a council member leader so far.
That's all we know.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
far.
Mhm.
So you could either play Penny, or you can make up any character. You could also play like a side character if you just wanna. You could play like.
The butler.
You could play like Penny's sister, who's calling her at some point. You could play maybe. You could also play Time. Time being like
Well, what happened to the body? Okay, actually, I'm not gonna be a sister.
Okay.
But what would you call her?
Best friend?
Cousin, aunt. Are you looking for like a family member? I don't know.
No.
Best friend.
Yeah, I guess you was. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
You could just play
What is her
Penny.
name? No. Izzy.
Izzy. Okay. This is a female, right? Yeah. Best friend. Okay. So Izzy is. All right. So let's see. Pick characters. Yep. Okay. Reveal thoughts. So each player states one thing. So we all state one thing our character is thinking about the upcoming scene. Like, what are you thinking about right as the scene starts? And this kind of helps us all be on the same page, like where we're at. So, Mike, who are you playing? You're playing.
So somebody.
Captain
So is it the
Yellowstone.
bodyguard can't be mentioned, or he just can't be
He
played?
can't be involved at all.
He can't.
Can't be in
He can't be. He can't be in the scene.
Yeah, I mean he can be talked about.
He can be talked about,
Yeah.
but he can't be. He can't actually show up
Yeah.
and like be talking in the scene.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but you can talk about him. Alright. Is Mike.
I'm Penny. Mike and I are married.
Josh.
Not in
And
the tub together.
Chelsea equals John. And
Chelsea's in the
Izzy equals.
I'm at the door.
Oh, that's right.
And this is.
I know it's so many names going around.
So if I was in the tub, we'd have a really big
Penny's-
problem.
This is Penny.
Exactly.
What?
We
This
would.
is Chelsea's best friend.
No, Penny's best friend.
Okay.
Izzy is Penny's best friend. Are you involved with me? Are we in the gang or what?
I'm gonna look out.
Okay.
Look out. Yeah.
So
I'll
we're
follow
all.
you when Officer Daniels leaves the bar because I'm with him.
Why are you fucking my bodyguard?
He's not
Alright.
your bodyguard.
Yeah, he is, officer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's her. Yeah, that's her bodyguard.
So many people.
Never mind.
So when you guys are infiltrating,
So
Yeah.
Penny is blackmailing Chelsea. Penny is married to Captain Yellowstone.
Yep. Chelsea is a council member.
Who's
I
in
know.
the tub?
And Izzy, who is
Is
Penny's best friend, who is doing the blackmailing.
No.
Izzy
Penny
is
is doing the blackmailing.
Yes.
Izzy is her
Izzy's
best friend.
the
We
best
have-
friend watching Officer Daniels at the bar.
Alright, so you have to describe in one thought, just what your character is thinking before the scene starts, or what your character is planning on doing, or where they're going to come in, whatever. Just so it gives us all on the same page of what's going to happen. So, as Captain Yellowstone, where are you? What are you thinking?
So Captain Yellowstone's already in her apartment. She doesn't know it yet. He's wearing one of her robes, and he's going to be walking out of the kitchen with a cup of coffee in his hand when the blackmail gets revealed.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Is it me now? We go
It
counterclockwise?
counterclockwise, it's me. So I'm
I
in
hate that I don't start. It sucks.
So I'm in the tub. I'm thinking this is what a peaceful day. I wonder if actually no. I'm nervous. So the reason I'm in the bath is because I've been blackmailed recently. Okay? This has happened recently, and I'm very nervous about how I'm going to deal with it because the things that were revealed, the fact that basically it was revealed to me, or that somebody else knows that I'm smuggling drugs.
Okay.
So I'm in this bath trying to gather my thoughts on how I'm going to deal with this problem.
oh, they're here,
They're here.
I think.
Well, no, that kind of answers the question, though, doesn't it? On why, what info does Benny... Yeah, because that answers the question. You can't answer the question in your thoughts.
Yeah.
So never mind. Oh.
I thought you do need.
So we're all revealing our thoughts, and then we'll act out the scene.
Yeah.
She reached over and pushed that doorbell like she did it before.
Oh yeah, she does it at Aunt Diane's every morning.
Best thing about
Yeah.
Alright, let's get your jacket.
Wait, look, she's closing her eyes.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was little.
She started that.
Are you going, Freddie?
Yeah.
With the-
Oh, I meant to text you back because I talked to my mom on the way home.
But she's in Columbia, right? Your mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going straight from
You're gonna go
work-
straight. Okay.
from there to
Yeah.
Okay.
from work to her house, and then we're gonna.
Oh, you're gonna go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just.
Because while you're texting, I'm like, crap, it is Wednesday, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry we did
Yeah,
it
a
now.
lot of overtime.
Like so crazy.
Yeah,
know,
I
this
can
week's-
work
I
it.
hope it's good.
It should be. Well, it's 6
I've
o'clock.
been wanting to
but
do
then
it
I
for a
gotta get
long
up
I
at
didn't
5
realize there
o'clock
was
on
that
Saturday.
fee. Like I thought it was gonna be
I know.
20. So I was kind of
They said
annoyed
this
because
product
that's why
will pull
Kristen
these
do it. She's
small
like 40
stickers
bucks
on
is a lot.
boxes, right?
Doing it.
Yeah, that's a once in a
That's something to do.
2,500
Do once
stickers
and then you're
gotta
done.
be
Yeah, something to do. So,
redone, right?
Right.
so should I go straight there or should I go
So,
to your
What do
mom's?
you do? You use a little trimmer on your.
Yeah, I have a little
Yeah, and where is it, Tanner? I'll have to
It
look it up.
is.
It's got
Do you know?
How
Okay.
much is it?
It's like 30
It's
bucks.
by the
So
Ollies.
where'd you get it at? Like.
Oh, okay.
In
Yeah.
Jessup.
Yeah, I know where
what
that is.
setting you
Yeah.
use on
Yeah.
that? Is
This
it one
like,
or?
no, I use like
Silly
a
I'm coming
zero
in, but I get off at
30.
2:30, so.
Yeah.
It's
Those are just
longer
a-
than it usually
It's a little too
Yeah,
long.
but is it,
Yeah, yeah.
does this usually get
So
So
delivered
is Kristen
faster
ready for
than-
Saturday?
or is
I
it all
guess she
about-
is. I'll be there. Did you get your spot?
This is the first time in my
Yeah,
life
so I
I've ever
forgot the
tried.
Chesapeake.
Is
You
it
actually pick it when you
something
buy the
different?
ticket.
Yeah.
So are you guys in different places? I guess you're
I
in
guess
different
so.
Or
places.
I'm
then.
going
Yeah, I
home.
don't know what
Yeah.
spot she.
Can I have a
We're
hug?
like
She didn't
84.
think she
Somebody
knew
give
her
me a
spot.
hug.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
84 you were?
All right.
We'll see you again.
Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm like, I completely forgot about
Right.
that.
Alright.
I'm nowhere near ready.
Uh,
Yeah, I have tomorrow.
That's next
Tomorrow.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're filling. Can't do it.
Yep.
Let them all fill in and help you.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So,
But
See
big
you,
girl.
Stamper.
so bye
She's so
bye.
sweet.
She
She's
was
so
really
lovely
good.
tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She was lovely.
Her and Ty have a really good relationship.
It's her sister.
She'll go up there and pat her nice on the top of the head and like that, and the cat Ty, and then after she's done, she claps, and we all clap.
Good job.
She did really good.
All right, we'll see you
All
guys.
right,
See
see
ya.
ya.
See ya. See y'all later.
Have fun.
So bye bye.
Bye.
All right, so I'm gonna change. Obviously, I'm gonna change that because you can't answer the question before
In
the
the
thing
thought.
starts. So I'm just gonna say
Why
I'm,
can't you?
because it can't be answered until the scene actually starts. Because then it would defeat the purpose of us even role playing. It's already been answered. Once the question gets answered in the scene, we immediately stop.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna say I'm nervous that, and forget what I said because that doesn't even have to be what it is. Now I probably won't even go with that. So
Don't worry, I got my plan.
Good. So I'm just gonna say that my character is nervous because I know that I've been blackmailed recently, and I'm thinking about how I'm gonna handle it. That's it.
So, Izzy is at the bar with Officer Daniels to keep him out of Chelsea's apartment so you all can do what you need to do.
Are you guys
Good.
fucking?
No, we're at the bar.
Well, I mean, do you plan on
Right on the
it?
bar.
I mean,
Well-
yeah.
And I want to clarify, because I realized how it sounded. Me being in her robe, in her kitchen, already in her apartment, we're not fucking. I snuck into the apartment, and for dramatic effect, I'm going to burst out of the kitchen
Okay.
wearing her robe.
Yeah, so if Officer Daniels leaves, I let you guys in.
And Officer Daniels is
Your
Chelsea.
bodyguard.
My bodyguard. Okay, gotcha.
So I am thinking.
What?
I'm kind of nervous. This isn't my first time being at Chelsea's apartment. Me and my husband have been sleeping with her
Okay, so
for a time now,
Okay.
and today is when we dropped the bomb on her that we want more direct power in the city.
Okay. So because I've already been blackmailed, I don't know if
You can be blackmailed twice.
that's true. Okay, we don't know that yet. You're right. Okay, so
there's a lot of blackmail in this one. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe you
he
shouldn't
might
be
be
doing
a
shady
bunch
stuff.
of shady shit.
Yeah.
right. Okay, that's fine. So who wants to start the scene? I guess you're knocking on the door, right?
Yeah, you hear the knock.
This is front door.
Back door to your apartment.
Back door to the apartment. Do apartments have back
No,
doors?
they don't.
This one
Leave
does.
a patio door.
So if
Kind
you
of.
did that, that's it. She lives on the 5th floor, by the way.
A sliding glass door.
It's pretty impressive.
But you're in here.
I'm already in here. No one knows. She doesn't know that. Maybe I have a key. Maybe I snuck in.
So are you gonna answer it? I'm in the bathtub. So
No, because I'm hiding. I know that Penny's coming.
how do you know Penny's coming?
Because we're here to blackmail her. So I snuck into the apartment for dramatic effect.
So do I know you're here?
You shouldn't. No, you don't know.
No, okay. You're in the.
I'm in the kitchen with the
You
lights
broke
off
in?
in her robe.
You broke into my house?
I have coffee. It's steaming. I can't drink it
Holy
yet because I gotta walk out of the kitchen, take a sip.
Holy shit.
and
Okay,
say
so
some-
I think I'm by myself. Okay. So I hear the knock on the patio window off the 5th floor.
No, it can be front.
Okay.
Front.
Okay. So I hear it and I kind of get startled and I'm like, just sitting here with my candles and my glass of wine and
Yeah, that's what I was missing. Wine.
I
You
decide.
don't have wine.
Yeah. What?
That wasn't set in the scene.
I have wine.
Okay.
So just so you know, in the scene you can create or do anything you want. There's no consensus needed. If aliens were allowed, I could say, oh, an alien's just beamed into my apartment. That would be fine. We said no Unreal, so that's not okay. But you can do anything. The only thing you can't do
But aliens are real.
is if you want to do something to somebody else's character, they can decide what happens. So if I say I want to kill Mike's character with a sword, I can't just say that. I say, Mike, I try to kill you with a sword, and Mike
So you
decides.
have to roll a d6 and then it
Right.
turns into Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. Mike could just say
All right,
no.
everyone, get your character sheets out.
Right. Mike could just say no, that doesn't happen. You missed. Other than that, you can also add in secondary characters if you want. So if you want to bring in another character just for the shit of it, you can.
Like Officer Daniels. You can't hear because I banned him,
Yeah,
but
yeah, exactly. Or Chelsea's mom, or whatever. You could just say, oh, Chelsea's mom enters the room, whatever. You could just bring shit in. Secondary characters, you don't have control of. You can't protect them. If somebody wants to kill a secondary character, they can. Alright, so anyway. So I assume... Is it no sound? So I assume that it's unwanted company as far as I'm concerned. I'm very stressed out. I'm trying to enjoy my bath. I'm not getting up to answer it. I just sit and wait for him to go away. Leave.
I just knock again.
It's like, okay, now I'm starting to get a little nervous. It sounds like it's urgent, right? Knocking more urgently?
yeah.
Okay. Alright. So I decided to wait for one more knock, take another sip, and just wait for it to go away. Alright, so I put the wine down, put my towel on, get out of the tub, walk out of the bathroom. I don't see you, right? Or
No,
do I?
because I now get behind the fridge as you come by
Okay.
with the robe and the coffee cup.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I walk past you, don't see you. The front door in my towel, and peep through, and I see you. Penny. Do we know each other?
Penny.
Yeah, because you guys are
We've been
fucking.
fucking.
That's right, we're threesome. It's a lot to keep track of.
Introduce your character.
Okay.
Penny, long,
Okay.
blonde hair,
Mhm.
bright blue eyes.
Okay.
She wears these large round glasses,
Mhm.
and she has like two really fucked up teeth
Mhm.
right here. Well, they're not fucked up. She's got London teeth. Like you took flathead and hammered it.
And they just kind of like,
Yeah, kind of spread apart a little bit. And right now
never heard it put that way.
she's wearing she's wearing a red robe. That's it. That's
Oh.
all you can see.
Okay, so I see Penny, and I've had relations with this woman before, so
Yeah.
naturally I'm in a relaxed mood anyway. So, I say, oh, Penny, just give me 1 second. And so my character is also a blonde, blue eyes,
Oh wow.
no teeth.
no teeth.
She wears
That's why Captain Yellowstone likes it.
So for public purposes, I have dentures, obviously, but right now I'm relaxing, so my teeth aren't in. So, I open the door. Penny, come in, please. I have a bath running if you want to join me.
Oh, of course, Chelsea.
I hope my coworkers are watching. This is the best turn into their game.
You're fucked.
Me and Penny get intimate. Describe what you're doing. I lick you softly. Ooh, I like that. So, all right. What did you do last? What did you do when we leave off?
So, Penny, I walk in
Okay.
after you invite me in, and as I walk through the threshold of your door, I tug on my red robe and it drops. And I look at you.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm a little overweight. I eat a lot of fast food. It's been a problem recently. I've been under a lot of stress.
Okay.
So, I'm not the most attractive.
Okay.
And I smile a lot, even knowing that my teeth are fucked up.
Okay.
Is the front door still open?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't shut it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I introduce a secondary character?
Yep.
Your neighbor walks by with a handful of groceries.
Okay. Did you see? I'm assuming
Yeah,
she sees nude.
Dan just
Dude or girl?
Dan.
Dan, the neighbor. Damn
Yep.
it. Okay. Can I help you? Okay. That's what I say to Dan, the neighbor.
It's a man.
It's a man.
Yeah, it's a dude. Do you say anything to Dan?
He's staring at you naked.
I
Are
have
you
lingerie.
offended?
Oh, you have lingerie on?
lingerie? You're not nude?
Yeah, black laced.
Oh, okay.
Do you turn around to look at him?
Yeah, I turn around.
Okay,
and look
then
at
he
him,
sees what you look like and goes
and I
and keeps going.
I smile at him on the way out.
and
My
as
no
he-
teeth.
as he turns around and walks away, I pull out one of my throwing knives and I throw it at him and stick him right in the neck
Jesus.
and kill him.
The police department doesn't do anything. That's why they're getting taken over.
Yeah.
So, I witnessed this. Question is now, is this something I expect of you?
And I turn back around and I shout into the house. I say, "Honey, come out!"
I screamed that. Once I see you kill Dan. Oh my God, Penny! Why did you just murder my neighbor? What is wrong with you?
He saw too much.
And, Captain Yellowstone walks out and says, "You called?"
What is going on here, Captain Yellowstone?
How's
We've
the
had
coffee?
a threesome, so
How's the coffee?
Awful.
I don't understand. I get nervous because I didn't know you were in here. So now, why are you in my apartment? And why did you just kill my neighbor? I start crying a little bit. I'm a little.
I reach down my pants and I pull out.
How much is in your lace? Are you supposed to start pulling out swords? I reach in my panties and
Hey man, I got plenty of space. No, I look at Captain Yellowstone and I say, "Do you have the product?"
And I reach into my robe backside and kind of up and down and pull out a surprisingly clean piece of. What do I pull out?
what do you pull
Piece
out?
of paper?
The product. I don't know.
Ring, ring, ring.
Oh,
The
oh!
phone's ringing.
What
Oh,
is
Is this the house phone?
So your cell phone in your panties, of course.
I bend down and I reach into my robe. I see it's Izzy. And I say, "1 minute. Show her the product." And I turn around and I walk outside and I answer the phone. Like, what are we, best friends?
Yeah.
Hey, bestie.
Hey. Oh my.
What's cracking?
Well, we're about to leave the bar, so you have a couple blocks. So you better get this shit done now.
Alright. Thanks, fam.
Bye.
Turn around.
Oh my God.
Can you explain this?
And I reach into my robe again. I fucking throw these across the floor.
Where did you get these?
Oh, you're taking the charge on this one.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing, do you?
I don't. No.
We want you in charge?
Yes. Yeah. Look, I can't help it. My parents named me Captain Yellowstone. I had to be a captain or my name would have been useless.
Okay. Again with your parents. We know that you're smuggling drugs into the city.
Did the door ever shut?
Oh no.
No, they're just a dead person.
We know that
outside.
you're smuggling drugs
These
into the
things
city.
are awful
Okay,
for the city. They're awful. And you're handing these things out like candy.
Those aren't mine.
We will. They have your initials.
What's her name?
Chelsea. She's like, "Fuck, okay, okay. Chelsea looks at you guys and says, I could have you arrested for murdering that man out there,
And we could kill
and you
right
for
now.
breaking and entering."
You can't have him arrested because I'm going to be in charge soon. If you want to keep this quiet.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think it does.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get to barge through.
End scene.
That's
I was
it.
thinking about.
Come through.
Hurry up! He's coming up the stairs.
She's blackmailed with drugs, bro.
All
I
right.
gotta go switch over
Okay.
for her bedding.
All right. So the answer was, what info does Penny blackmail Chelsea with to get her husband? So, Chelsea is smuggling drugs. In the city. Yeah. What? I was trying to think of something like stupid, like I don't know, like not like cocaine, but like illegal, like birth control pills or something. Like stupid.
And then I just ate
You just-
That's idiotic.
You're popping estrogen. For your fucking little like meeting coming up, you have like these massive tits.
Hi guys! So
I'm just so excited. We were trying to think of what drugs was getting smuggled, and I was like, well, I was trying to think of something clever, like illegal birth control or something. And Mike was like, yeah, well, I was eating them. So then he shows up to his meeting, like, big tits, like, okay.
yeah,
We could go with that.
I like it.
I do too.
I'm a fan of that.
Is smuggling illegal birth control pills.
Thanks, bro.
So it's illegal birth control pills.
Okay. Yep.
Birth
That I eat like candy.
Chelsea is smuggling illegal birth control pills in the city. Alright, sweet. That was scene 1A, which is... Yeah, we're gonna...
And then it's Nikki's turn.
Okay. There's a lot of
No
characters. I gotta, like, keep
Mhm.
track here. I think we do.
Need a separate.
Well, not that. Just gotta... Because we have the body... We have Chelsea as a bodyguard.
Officer Daniels.
Officer Daniels is Chelsea bodyguard. We have dead guy Dan, which we don't know. Poor guy. We don't know. We don't know what came. We don't know what came of him. We have Izzy.
I was thinking about using that to blackmail her. I didn't know what to do.
And we
That's why
were
I
like
was-
passing it back and forth, like, oh.
That's why the question has to be kind of more specific. I just didn't have an idea.
Right, because if you would have established, you could have established all
That
of
was
that in the
drugs.
question, yeah.
Or how was Chelsea framed for murder? That would have
Right.
been a good one. yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Pour his pillow and
Good.
all that's in the dryer.
Alright,
So what's going on?
now it's your turn.
So what can I do?
So you can make a period, an event, or a scene. You also have the option to make a dictated scene if you don't like, if you want to make a scene but not have everybody input their own ideas. You can just dictate what happens. You can, whatever you make has to be obviously about the agency, which everything pretty much will be. It has to be about Penny in some way, and if it's in one of these periods, it has to also involve or be about that anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, let's see. You can have these.
Okay. Ooh!
You got on, click the area.
Or you can do Control Alt minus.
So what are you doing? A scene?
It's my thought. Is it like something that so the meeting is held as like 'cause there's a whole new change and because
I'm just thinking about that scene. Like, I don't think anyone would make someone the leader of like a really powerful agency just to keep drugs quiet. Like that's such a high demand. Like,
But
put me in charge.
But
we're a
I'm
small
the-
town.
But I'm the leader of the entire
Council.
city council. So if the drugs are found, I lose my position. I lose my position of power.
Yeah.
Look at all the shit going on from a city mayor just selling books
What's wrong?
to her own.
Did that happen? I don't
Well,
know.
she was
Yeah, it just happened. So
Mm.
the city mayor right now, she was part
Yeah,
of
Healthy
the
Valley.
like John Hopkins board, and she also wrote a book. And since she sat on the board, she elected for John Hopkins or whoever it was to buy the books that she made for like $800,000.
Nice.
And only like a third of the books got released, and the rest of them are stuffed in a warehouse somewhere. But she still got $800,000.
Wow.
It's just books. It's not even drugs. It's just books, and her profiting off of bullshit books.
Yeah.
What happened with her? Did she?
Oh, she's got pneumonia right now. She took a leave of absence.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
not answering any questions.
Yeah. Of course.
Can she go to jail for that?
Probably.
Hogan opened up an investigation.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, that's not fraud, but that's like
It's
you're
what's it
it's
called?
showing a lot of bias.
It's not insider trading, but it's
Okay.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like she sold
So
the
She
book-
made him buy her stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because she was the head of the board, so she
Yeah, exactly.
she was able to make that decision.
She made it. She made them do it. Like, yeah, just because she could.
So, do we want to go for more blackmailing or kind of an in between?
It's up to you.
Down for anything. We could skip ahead and go to the gang.
Could go to the end.
And you can make
Or
a
no, no.
scene out of the same event, asking a different question.
Yep. You could even make a scene about the previous scene.
Yeah, like if you wanted to, if you were getting into that scene, you could just keep it going.
Make another scene like, oh, well, why did... I don't know.
So can you make a scene that will end up leading to a next event?
Sure, but there can always be stuff in between. There's never such thing as like going... Like, I could always fit something in between your scene and your event. Nothing is tied directly together.
Okay. Ooh. What is it?
Scene...
What is this? Would be 1B.
I
1B?
guess. Yeah, sure. I don't know what would constitute two.
I guess that
Next
would
Next
event.
period.
Sure, yeah. Alright.
So where do I go?
Go here, and then copy the one we did.
Where is it? Oh.
I think you gotta
Ah. Okay. I need to zoom out. Where are we here? I can't see.
do 100%. Or fit.
There we go. So.
First thing is, what's the question?
Hold on. I have the question. Wait, how do I don't like using Google Docs. I don't really know how to use Google Docs.
Let's go to slides. But yeah,
Very.
it's like a PowerPoint version.
What would the actual question be? Because it's going to tie to the next event.
It's hard to say it's going to tie to the next event, but well, just go ahead. I guess ask the question, and we'll see. Get off.
Thanks, I need these from the meeting.
Yeah. My birth control. I like the green ones better, the sour apple.
They do sound good.
There we go.
You never had it?
I don't really eat mints. I like that there's nutrition facts from mints.
Nice.
Well, there has to be. Serving size of 1 minute.
You thought.
There's nothing in it.
So,
Just some calories.
Are there?
There's less than 5 calories, it says.
Hello.
Sugar, alcohol is less than 1 gram. That's it.
I'm gonna get lit off mints.
how did the blackmail happen to Steve? Or, what led to the blackmailing of Steve? No, is that too broad?
That is pretty vague.
I know. I have this whole thing set out in my head, but...
If you have an idea of how you want it to turn out, put it in the question. So, for example, if I said, what happened to the king? That's a broad question. But if I want to say the king gets murdered in there, I could just say, who murdered the king? Or that's still kind of broad, but that at least says, oh, now the king's getting murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Or...
Why is Steve getting blackmailed?
Or like, how did the king's
no.
number
But that
one servant
wouldn't go,
sneak into
that
the
wouldn't
room
go
while he was
here.
sleeping?
What if that
and
would
kill him?
more go towards
It
that?
would be in between these two.
So what you would do if you wanted to do that is create another event in between with like a broad idea and then make the scene for that.
Well, what was the scene? Say it again. Why did...
So it's going from the new restructuring
Mm-hmm.
to Steve then getting... How does Steve become part of this?
Councilmember Steve being blackmailed for being part of a sex trafficking ring.
It's from that in-between, that gap. Between, hey, we're all new here, to, how are you at
I don't-
part of Steve?
So you could do it as a scene and explain. Well, maybe not. That's more of it. You can do that with events, scenes.
So, because the way I look at it, so this is the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens. It could be something that happens in a year, something that happens in 10 years. Then Steve gets blackmailed. So, if you wanted to answer the question of how it got to him being blackmailed,
You could make a scene in there and explain. That's a valid scene. It's like
right?
saying it doesn't have to be another event. I know it seems weird because it's like technically it's before the blackmailing happened, but any scene that relates to this, you could make it a little bit before or after. Because the question could be, why did just like she said, how?
Right. But
Yeah.
the scene would go here, right? Not
Yes,
here.
correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
good,
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly. Right, because you're asking. We know that he's getting blackmailed here, so the question is, well, why is he getting blackmailed, or what did he do, essentially,
Okay.
or whatever you want it to be.
How did and where is it located?
Chelsea's apartment.
So the question is basically, what did Steve do to get blackmailed, essentially?
Or
Pr-
blackmail.
is it pretty much
or sex trafficking?
There you go.
Because it was already stated that he was done for sex trafficking.
So we know he was sex trafficking. Now we just have to
Yeah.
figure out how he was caught,
Or how he
or
got
was
in the
put
position,
in the
to
position
be
that.
blackmailed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where does this take place? Starbucks. Nice.
Sweet.
So what was this part? The restructuring?
So that is
Oh, the event, or the.
no,
The period that it's under.
no, you don't have to do that. What this is just you just have to explain now what is going on in the scene. So, like where, what, who, why, like what's going on at Starbucks? Who's with Steve?
So.
Just explain the whole scene. Like, what's Steve doing? Who's he with?
Steve.
Who's in the Starbucks?
Steve. Penny and Leduc.
Girl, it's gonna be minty. She's out
I
now.
don't know if there's a band.
Has she ever sneezed?
Are you gonna cry?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad. She cries.
Okay.
She ate lemons.
I can't tell.
Can't tell if
She
she likes
wants to like it
it.
because she wants to eat it. I can't tell them I hate it. I got a snack.
I'd say there's no one banned.
You just swallow it?
And
I think you can only choose 2 people that must be played.
Well, no. She can put as many. You can put as many characters in this Starbucks as you want, but you only have to pick 2 of them that have to be played.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just spit it out.
Okay.
Oh, she looks really upset.
Oh,
She's
baby.
looking
It's
pissed.
okay. You're tired.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
her
out there.
comforter's
It's-
in the
it's on
dryer at the
carpet.
moment.
It's okay. That's alright. Don't worry about it. So just explain to us what's going on at Starbucks.
Okay. So. Actually, would it be Penny or would it be Captain? Because how have we explained how Penny is?
Huh?
I already know who I'm playing.
Captain Yellowstone.
Have we determined how Penny is part of the Force, or is it really just she was used to get Captain?
Penny is Captain's husband. Or wife.
Yeah, but how is she part of the?
NSA?
She's
Yeah,
on his
NSA.
squad.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we'll leave Penny. So, Penny calls Steve into a public, but can be somewhat seclusive environment.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everybody's either have their headphones or in their own little world, so they don't have to worry about. And Penny brings Izzy along, because Izzy is actually. No.
I just don't know if you're allowed to describe.
Okay, well, Penny brings Steve in. What can I describe then?
Well, you don't want to describe anything about the character.
Okay.
You just want to if you're if you're in the Starbucks with people, who is there and what are they doing?
So, Penny invited Steve to Starbucks. Izzy is coming along. Penny told Steve that it was urgent because of a recent case that they have developed.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, and then there's other people in the Starbucks that are minding their own business.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's because people are headphone hipsters with headphones.
And Steve would meet with Penny because she's on the squad of the leader of the NSA.
Yes.
So it's like she's a pretty important person now. Yeah. Okay.
And Steve is
Councilman.
he's a lower councilman than Chelsea because Chelsea's a lead.
She's on the council. Or
So-
he's on the council.
So both council members are corrupt.
One for
Well,
sex
there might be
trafficking.
more. I
Well,
mean,
exactly. There might be
Steve's sex trafficking. Chelsea is bringing in
illegal birth
illegal
control.
birth control pills.
Okay. And Penny is now associated with.
it's because Chelsea's a hoe. She doesn't want to get pregnant.
And Penny is now associated with both of them. Because Penny blackmailed both of them, right?
Yes.
Penny blackmailed Steve, and now.
Well, she
We
blackmailed
think-
Chelsea. Now she's blackmailing Steve.
Yeah,
I
we think
gotcha.
Penny's blackmailing Steve.
But we know that it's already been established.
Okay, that has been established.
We're just doing. Yeah.
Now we're just figuring out how. Okay.
Yeah, now we're figuring out.
All right.
How he's in this position. All right, so.
Who picks first for character?
Maybe.
Penny, your
You
turn.
do?
Yeah, I'm gonna play.
Hmm?
Okay.
I'm gonna play Mariah, the barista.
Starbucks.
Did you choose people who had to be played?
What? Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yep.
These 3 people are there.
Okay. So
Two of them
you don't
have
have
to
to name the people if you don't, if you could just leave it open, and somebody I'm sure will pick them. But you might want to require.
Well, Penny and Steve.
Okay, there you go. So and then does anybody you want to ban? That
No,
can't
there's
show?
no one. I put NA.
Okay. So then Josh, you're playing.
Mariah,
the
barista.
barista.
Okay. And then Mike.
I'm playing Braxley, the barista.
So two,
We're
you guys are coworkers.
we're on shift together.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, so that
Just be
means
reading out
I have
names
to
the
play
whole time.
Steve or Penny.
Spelled super incorrectly.
Who's the most likely going to answer this question?
Are you a dude?
Yeah, Braxley.
Braxley.
How did Steve get into
Super
a
hipster
position
white
to be
boy name.
blackmailed
You
for
shit,
sex
Cora?
trafficking? Yes, she did.
Yes,
Okay.
she
Oh
did.
my God. At first I was
It's his
like,
turn.
at first I was like trying to ignore it because I didn't know what it was, and now it's just like getting worse. It was probably the mint.
You want
I
to
need
change
some more of these.
No, I want you to change her.
I gotta pick what I want to play first. So Steve and Penny probably both know. I don't know any of this. I'm assuming probably both know what the deal is because she's here to black.
Dude, go
So
change
does this?
her.
You can't handle it.
It's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad.
Here, Corey, you're Josh.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck have you been eating, child?
What? You want to change down here? All right, cool.
Yeah, just change her on the bat.
I'm glad I don't remember being a baby. I couldn't imagine playing with mushy shit.
Yes, last night was another first. So before we go to bed, I turn over and look at the monitor. I'm like, because like her diapers will tell you if she peed, like the line changes. I'm like, she must have peed already. And I realized like that's too long of a line. I'm like, she doesn't have her diaper on.
Just took it
Next
off.
thing- I guess so. It was on the floor, and then she peed all on her bed.
Ah,
So
Are you done?
yeah, that was another first.
So is this before or after Steve has been blackmailed, or is this,
This
like?
is during.
Is this when it happens?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the last.
shoot a mouse.
Okay. I guess I'll play Penny this time.
You'll play what?
Penny. Unless you want to play Penny.
Out of sight.
What?
Make sure
Oh,
Cora's out of
Cora.
sight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Don't
I
need
didn't
no
think of
ban.
that one.
Oh, well, you should have been here the time that he was reading off his credit card number while the mic was on.
You know,
Nice.
Ordering food.
or slides across the table to someone.
Who do you want to be, babe?
I don't care.
Alright, I'll be Penny. You're Steve.
I'm glad she didn't make 3 characters required
Can
because I
only do
knew
two.
I knew I wanted to be a barista, and then you were first.
You spelled Braxley wrong.
There's no
It's
no
BR.
BRAX.
Bar Axley.
That's
Braxley.
Braxley.
Oh.
Not
It's a
Braxley.
mixture of Bradley and something else.
Jax.
Braxley. Can skunks and dogs breed together?
Sounds like they can.
Yeah, no.
That's nothing.
I don't know. what
That's
you're talking
nothing.
Yeah, it's
I
nothing.
don't want a kid.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. What are you guys up to? I don't even think my shit's still that bad.
I don't know. I don't know. See, I have a
Don't you be making those goo gaga noises
about. After what you did.
Don't poopies.
after what you decided to do.
What's funny is she did it like right here in front of all of us. Like that just happened.
You know what?
Yeah,
She
I'm
got
taking,
down off me and just
I'm
like
taking a shit.
right here.
just dominance,
Exactly.
and then
Mine
made
just-
you change it.
Exactly. It's my territory.
Just a little grit noise.
Here, catch.
Dude, we would fight. We would fight. You throw a shitty diaper in my
What's
face.
funny is that your reaction would be not to catch it because you're so scared of it, and then it would hit you right in the face.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
All right, each player reveals thoughts, starting with whoever picked their character first. So, Josh.
Well,
I'll get to
you didn't specify a time of day or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
So you can have coffee at any point during the day.
Yeah, of course. Or a vanilla bean frappuccino.
Never had. I've always
So
done
good.
caramel frappuccino.
It tastes just like vanilla ice cream.
Does it have coffee in it though? No, that's
No,
not.
no.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah. I don't really know what's in it, honestly. I don't know what a
All right.
frappuccino is.
What's your thought?
Well, Mariah, this is my 4th day on the job with Braxley as my trainer, and we've been really short-staffed. So today's been a long day. I'm on my 14th hour, and I just had these two old fucks come in and not know what to order, and they used words like small and large instead of vente.
Tall, yeah.
So it's just been a really long day, and I'm just looking forward to going home and
Okay.
trying to get all these customers out of here. It's about to close up.
All right.
I'm currently teaching her how to make a vanilla sugar-free iced latte with soy milk and caramel drizzle.
Is that your order?
It's not.
So you're the gayest person.
Soy milk, please.
Soy milk, birth control pill. You're filling yourself.
I'm actually,
with
so
shit.
I'm teaching her while I'm making Captain Yellowstone's order. That's Captain. He's there right now. I'm making his order,
He could be killed right now.
which is a. I asked you if you remember what his order was. All right, we'll get to that.
So Penny, she's here to blackmail Steve. She brought Izzy, right? Izzy's here with me.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, and Penny is the wife of Yellowstone, right?
Mhm.
So her whole thing was to get.
Him in charge of the NSA.
That wasn't the last blackmail.
Yes.
So this one. All right. So Penny is. I guess. I mean, I'm here with a purpose, so I'm here. I'm here to blackmail Steve. We can't answer what it is yet that he did, or how he's gotten a sex trafficking deal. Can't answer that yet. So we do know that sex trafficking. So I do know that he's involved in sex trafficking, and that's all. Yeah. So I'm here to
Thank you,
kind of.
baby.
I'm here to leverage that against him to gain. What am I trying to gain?
That was never stated,
You're so
so
tired.
It wasn't, and I know it, so I
it can
can
be whatever you want.
yeah.
What, are you thirsty? Here. Yeah, you're not going to play with my phone. But here, are you thirsty? You want water? You're so tired, kiddo.
So she's here to blackmail him to get herself placed into the council.
Okay.
So she knows he's involved in sex trafficking. And
Thank you, baby.
all right, that's it. So you're.
So Steve is anxiously awaiting. He does not know what this meeting is about.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just sipping on his drink, waiting for Penny to arrive at the table.
Do we have any prior relations, Penny and Steve?
No.
Not that have been stated.
So Penny just called Steve out of the
About
blue.
a case.
Well, that's part
That's
of
what
the
she said.
question. How did he get into the position of being blackmailed?
Oh, well, we know it's for sex
Well, she-
trafficking.
She
So
said that Penny gave him a call about a case that they just had.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So he thinks it's about a case. All right, cool. All right, so to start, who wants to start?
I'm not good at playing gigs, so not.
Yeah.
Oh, me and you are gonna be the ones.
I
Most
know.
of it. It's good to have kind of an idea where you want it to go. I mean, we
I
are
have an idea.
Just hear.
Okay. That's good.
Well, the whole scenario.
Captain Yellowstone.
Whatever you want the outcome to be.
Your
just-
sugar-free vanilla bean frappuccino with soy sauce and or soy milk and sugar-free whipped cream is ready.
Back to the drawing board, Mariah.
What did he want, Braxley?
He wanted a vanilla sugar-free iced latte with soy milk,
Soy
and a
meat.
caramel drizzle. It's not that difficult.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so. So I look at Steve and I say, Steve, I brought you here for very important reasons.
And what is this?
And
I've taken time out of my busy day, and I don't understand how I'm part of this.
I forget what he wants.
so
He wants soy milk and a caramel drizzle.
So
I forget what.
I tell Izzy.
A vanilla sugar-free iced latte.
Vanilla iced latte.
A vanilla sugar-free
Vanilla
iced latte.
sugar-free, yes, with soy milk and
and
caramel drizzle.
You
You
guys
can keep going.
We're
We're
working
working
here.
on our order.
You
Okay.
wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be paying this much attention to workers.
You're right. So I tell Izzy Izzy, get the
Yeah,
pictures.
iced latte.
And Izzy
Soy milk.
hands me some pictures.
Drizzle.
Put them down on the
What
table.
does it mean you're penny
Some of these on
editing
top. Some candy.
Yeah, only for
either one of them can be
Yeah.
Okay.
at any point. If you want to take control of Izzy, you can. So Izzy hands me the pictures, and I look at them. I kind of smirk, and I slide them over face down to Steve.
What is this? And
Steve.
why should I be looking at it?
See for yourself, Steve.
I was waiting for you to call me Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
Sarah?
And
Sarah? Venti Java Chip Frappuccino No Whip? Sarah?
Do you go a lot?
That's my order, actually.
I don't know. What are these? That is disgusting. Why did you bring this to my attention?
So clearly, they are pictures of girls being taken advantage of, and sex trafficking pictures. And I say, look, flip to the back one, and the back one is a picture of Steve himself partaking with one of the.
Captain Yellowstone, your vanilla sugar-free iced latte with soy milk and caramel drizzle is ready.
Sugar-free, bro. You messed it up.
I said sugar-free. Vanilla sugar-free
The
iced latte.
caramel drizzle is sugar-free as well.
He didn't say
I didn't
that.
say that. I
Oh.
Please stay out of barista business, sir.
Ma'am. It's ma'am!
I'm sorry, sir.
So well! Is this my order, ma'am?
Yes, Captain Yellowstone. That's going to be $6.47.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So
Have a wonderful day.
The last picture is a picture of you, Steve, partaking with a younger girl in a sex trafficking environment.
That is not me. Where did you get this?
Oh, it's you. I have multiples. I've already made copies.
But the
You know, you can go away.
No
You're definitely going to lose your position in the council.
Actually,
for
Officer
this.
Daniels is there too.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to go to jail.
Dude,
I said,
just kill everyone.
I
It's
don't
not
see where you
primary.
got this.
well, we got it. That's none of your business where we got it. The point is we have it. And if you don't want to end up in jail, I've recently
No guns. That's it.
recently
Chainsaws are
applied
game.
for a council position myself, and as we know, the council position is not easy to get, but with some high praise from existing council members, you know, I could expedite the process.
you with these illegal Jesus.
So, Steve, what's it gonna be? Jail time? Or
I could get you on extortion.
yeah, but you would jeopardize your position as council member. Is that something you're willing to do? Jail time?
The store closes in 2 minutes.
It's 7 a.m.
And we close at 7:02.
Today's our racial training. I don't know if you guys heard, but we had an incident in one of our other locations.
Racial and gender equality training?
What's it gonna be, Steve?
No gender assumption?
I need to know your source. How do I know this?
Sorry, just
Photoshop?
felt it behind us. Sorry.
That's the subway station.
The source. You don't
How
need
do you know this wasn't photoshopped?
It's you know it's not Photoshopped. You were there.
I was not.
I'm 100% confident those photos are of you.
I just
Well, we can
looked
just
up
hand them to the police and let them do the investigation.
Bell, service bell.
How
Of
about I
course,
just let my
cancer.
experts verify that
It's
these
got
are
a
not
bunch of fucking
photoshopped?
eyes.
You can, but being is that they are 100% true, and you know they are, Steve.
We're testing out the new bell service. Please don't mind us. Fight!
It's up to you, Steve. You want to take this to court and deal with potential.
Let me see what strings I can pull. I'll let you know in 24 hours.
Okay. I think did we answer it? How did Steve get into a position to be black? So he was.
Not the way I wanted it to, but
Well, that's the thing with this
Gotta
game.
ask the question a lot more specifically.
Yeah.
You just
So-
asked how.
So this is what happened because now there's only two things you could have done differently. One, you could have. Well, there's three things. One, you could have made a dictated scene to where you just act out. You just tell us what happened.
That's why I had
Starbucks.
I know, yeah. I like playing the random
nobody?
characters, yeah.
The second thing you could have done is put it in the question. Whatever you want it to happen, put it in the question. And the third thing you could have done is actually played your character to make happen what you wanted to happen. Now, that being said, we're going to keep what happened, but what did you want to happen? Or
so
what did you have in mind? I mean, maybe we should collaborate, but I'm curious.
Izzy's the one who actually runs the sex trafficking,
Mm.
and that's how she's part of the gang. And there was a little like, whoo, that there may be a sex ring, and Penny knew about it. So then that's how they backed me up because they wanted to kind of keep everything hush hush.
So, what you would have done is in the and what I would have done in the question is put, why, I would have already stated in the question that Penny is involved in the sex trafficking deal. Like,
So
you know,
what's the answer?
when did Penny, or when did Steve find, or when did Penny find out that her best friend Izzy was in charge of the sex trafficking ring? Something
He's
like-
in charge of it?
No, she's not. But that's where she was thinking of taking it. And I said if she wanted that to happen, it's like you would have stated that in the question, or played Izzy. But you're the last one to pick, so
What is Steve's street name?
Steve. He's not a gang.
Oh, it's John or something.
What's up? Need sound? You want to sit up here? You come up here?
Under.
Tired girl.
What would be the word? Altercations? Underage.
Sexual relationship. Or sexual relations. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Okay. So
What's underage in this city?
it's normal.
What's normal?
I
I
don't know.
mean, every state has different laws, right?
Do they?
I think
Some
some,
are
like,
15, some are 16 for consent.
yeah.
Oh, so she has two shirts on.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder she's roasting. Yeah. Take your shirt off.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that was answered. So Steve was basically taking part in the sex ring, and there's pictures of him, and Penny blackmailed him to get. She asked for a position in the council, but he responded he would give her. He didn't give her an answer. He said that he was going to look into it and give her an answer in 24 hours. But we did answer the question of how he got in that position, which is he was involved in the. He let himself get pictures taken of himself of the sex trafficking ring. All right. So that was that scene. Who's the? You're the lens, right, Josh?
Yes.
Okay.
And your turn
All
to
right.
do a period, event, or scene.
So why are you the lens still? Do you
We're
the lens for
starting
the
it.
whole? Okay.
Hold on.
And
So
what's-
once everyone goes, it rotates.
And what's the lens do?
They just get to make
Two.
a period into an event or an event into a scene.
Oh, and everyone else only
Just
gets
makes
to do one
one,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I also choose the focus, which is Penny.
So does the focus change every time?
Every time the lens changes.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're going to be the lens next time, and you get to choose a focus.
Anything
So we'll
you
all
want to do.
focus on anything. you
Oh,
choose.
okay.
And it can be more specific than that. Like Penny's a pretty broad one.
It's
for,
like her whole life.
For
yeah.
our...
You could focus on one particular murder. You could focus on an item or whatever.
You could focus on Dan, the
The dead guy.
the man who died, who was killed by Penny.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
How can you choose PowerPoint?
Because you can resize. Oh boy. No, I can't.
Oh, it's your browser, isn't
I
it?
know. Yeah. It should.
What did you do?
Go up to the top.
It's control.
Reset.
All right. I don't like the navigation.
Thank you,
so.
Nikki,
No probs.
for saving the stream.
Is anybody even watching?
Probably not. I don't think Microscope's very popular.
Well, it's under tabletop RPG, which is not D&D has its own category, and I think that's where most RPGs are being played. So other RPGs, especially Microscope, is not that popular. All right, so I'll make an event inside, and I say expand it slowly, and I have to make an anchor.
And you have to talk about Penny, too.
Yes, Penny, and the anchor.
I thought we weren't trying to carry people over.
No, we said we are. We don't care.
Oh.
But even if we weren't, I could still talk about Penny here,
Like her kids.
like
or
she,
something.
like her kids, or how she
Oh.
died, or something like that. So my anchor. Do it again. Keep doing it.
How are you doing?
Holding control, because that's normally the zoom in and out feature
Yeah,
on most
control and
things.
scroll.
Yeah. So the anchor here is going to be. Let's see. We'll go with.
I need to get some like colored rings for my keys, because I got like 3 silver keys, and one's for your house, and one is for Dustin's, and then one is for
They're all the
mine.
same?
Yeah, they're all the exact same. So it's like every time I just have to try them all. I mean, they're all a little different. I could.
What's your anchor?
Oh no, I'm trying to think.
Very dumb, right?
How many key, like,
Anchor is.
how many tumbler combinations do you think there are? Like, do you think that your key would work for another house in the U.S. somewhere?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. Let's see.
Because there's so many different key types. Like Solage may have 50 different key types that are slightly different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make her bed.
Alright.
I'm gonna bring her on.
Yeah. So Penny's daughter is going to be the anchor. Penny's daughter. Jess. And Penny's daughter, Jess, is she's Penny's daughter.
Yep.
How is she tied to the
Agency.
agency? Well, she's Penny's daughter, which
That
ties.
doesn't mean
it-
anything really.
Well, it ties her in because Penny is so involved into the agency.
Yeah, but did Jess follow in her footsteps? I mean, Jess could have ran away.
No, so Jess, who no, we'll say Jess, who looks like her mother, but knows of her mother's I don't know, illegal activities and chooses to stand against her. Okay. Alright, and then the event. Just organizes the people
Come here.
in a successful
Get you changed.
campaign to
Corey, let's get you in your PJs.
Good mama. Hoo-yah. In a successful campaign to overthrow the corrupt council and the NSA, who are closely tied together. All right, so
You got a message.
Oh boy.
hey man, Izzy, you're gonna be able to see this. Sorry. What's up, man? All right, so
Okay.
Penny's daughter. So listen, baby.
Yeah,
All right, so Penny has a daughter in the period NSA disbanded slowly, and her name is Jess. She looks like her mother, but she knows of her mother's illegal activities and chooses to stand against her. That's the anchor. And then inside of the NSA disbanded slowly period, I put an event that says Jess.
Sorry.
Jess organizes the people in a successful campaign to overthrow the corrupt council and NSA, who are closely tied together. So, in this event, the council and the NSA are both corrupt, obviously, and they're kind of intertwined, presumably because of previous events. But I'm not going to go into that much detail. But yes, so she is kind of the voice of the people, and she kind of campaigns to get the city people to join forces and basically kind of overthrow these corrupt entities, and it's successful. That's it, and that's my turn.
I think he asked what this is.
Huh?
Hitman is yes. What this
Oh,
is.
sorry, Hitman Izzy. This is an RPG, a role-playing game called Microscope. We are essentially telling a story together. We're using our imagination. It's nerdy shit, but we're making up all of this as we go. None of this is real.
Do you really spell forensic with a Z?
No. Why is this scene? Oh, you must have copied the.
Oh, then yeah, probably copied it
There we go.
incorrectly.
Forensic.
It won't make sense now that you're joining in where you are, but because we're like, yeah, pretty deep into it already. But yeah. We're just
Feel
like-
free to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, please do. So that's
We
it.
didn't say anything offensive this time.
Yeah.
Not yet.
He really came at us about it. We're not allowed
I had
to.
to delete the video.
Did you delete the video?
I had to. Fuckers.
What?
I can't remember.
They're making racist comments.
No.
No, we weren't.
Yes, they were.
You were earlier.
I don't think so. Oh well, that yeah.
Terrible.
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, that.
Not on video.
Oh, so you're not doing a role playing one?
No, I just did an event in the
Yeah.
future. Can
The
you
scenes take a while.
can you zoom out to just show her where I put that last one when you get a chance, Mike? Yeah, it is. It's actually really fun. If we play a scene, you'll see it's silly.
Where we going?
Just go to the right so she can see. So in this event,
Mm-hmm.
I made the anchor Penny's daughter, and then I put that event under there.
Okay.
Where did you hear what happened in the event?
Yeah. Yeah, she's unrepeated, so
Okay.
she's ready for both.
Yeah.
At least now her stuff's all clean.
Alright. Scene 1C.
It's not gonna work, is it? Nope. Control Z. It's weird. You have to select like
The box.
the box itself,
That's what I
not.
thought I did, but
All right. So click out of it, and that's it. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. It is kind of like that. It's so yeah, we kind of as a group decide what kind of story we're telling. In this case, we chose for like a detective agency story, kind of set in the real world, and then we set like a start and an end period, and then we start. We go around the table and everybody starts making events and time periods in our history, and you make one thing at a time, and then it goes around the table, and everybody in order gets to build off of everybody else's idea. So, like, if you're looking at some of this stuff, like, every one of these boxes was made by a different person. So it's like, Mike might say that the NSA, this agency, is being restructured, and then I might build on that and say, you know, such and such is the leader of this agency now, and so on and so forth.
What did he ask?
Just, or is it basically a storytelling game?
Yeah.
alright.
So where'd you put it?
So scene 1C here.
Captain
Really
Yellowstone?
almost period.
So this is in the meeting.
Holding a meeting with the entire agency.
Yep.
Conference room to introduce himself and tell them why he's here.
Yep. What's the question?
Trying to think.
Okay.
Because I know what I want the scene to be about, but my
Right.
scene would answer that
Hitman
question.
Izzy. Izzy is Penny's best friend.
Yes.
Yes.
And Penny is the blackmail queen in this
She's
story.
the husband of the leader of the NSA.
I could make a character web, like, of, like, just a bunch of circles with names and just, like, arrows. Okay, this is the husband, this is blackmailing, this is, like, relations with this, they're having a threesome.
This is the council leader who's being blackmailed bodyguard.
Right. This is Dan, the neighbor, he's dead.
He was murdered by Penny while Chelsea was being blackmailed by Penny and Captain Yellowstone.
Who broke into her house
What are we doing?
and then started taking birth control pills in front of her.
Illegal ones.
Illegal ones at that. It's silly fun. We're about to start role-playing a scene, because normally there's like two types of events. One is like where you just state what's happening, and the other one, which is what we're about to do, is where you actually role-play out a scene to figure out what happens. So everybody picks a character, and
I would say, how did... You can keep talking to him.
go ahead.
How did Captain Yellowstone tell the rest of the NSA that they're going to be doing blah blah blah, and blah 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 would be what the action is,
What you want to happen.
unless you want to leave it open ended.
Because
Because
if you
this
don't-
gives us no idea what kind of action we want to go towards,
Because now, remember, everybody else gets to pick first and give their ideas first.
Right. So,
unless you want to make it dictated.
And then you can make it dictated, and then you just say what happens.
but I still want us to act it out.
So
Mhm.
then you need to state
More
it.
specific
You need to put it
question.
in the question. It has to happen. Whatever you want to happen, just make it happen in the question, and then ask why. Because the problem is that, like, I know what you're going for. You're going for some big revelation as we're acting it out.
Yeah, but we can't do that. Okay.
But there's no way that we're all gonna.
So, because as soon as
Someone's
Josh
gonna
starts,
mess it up.
want
as soon
It
exactly,
messes it up. Right,
as soon
I
as
got
somebody
you.
else starts talking, it's like whoop, right turn.
And
Like-
then we're passing it around, trying to figure something out.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. How do I want to word it?
So what Mike is, what I was saying is that Mike is you make a question that you want to be answered, or you want the answer for. So we have this event where such and such thing happened, but we want more information. So Mike's gonna ask a question that says whatever it is, and then it's our job to play the characters and answer the question by playing the characters and based on what they would do and if we were acting it out. So it's gonna get a little silly here.
I get to pick first.
Yeah.
And Captain Yellowstone cannot die in this scene because he's also in the scene that's in the event after this one. Because he's in the Starbucks. This meeting takes place before that.
That's true. He has to be alive for this. Yep.
So he cannot die.
All right.
What, 3,000 arrests last year, but the evidence room is completely empty.
It's gone. Nothing. Nothing. There's shelves. Nothing. It's just an empty room with the word evidence on the door.
Who can explain it? Still open, but that's fine. We can leave it like that.
Yeah, because
Because
I'm only gonna have a couple. I mean, it's gonna be an open room full of the.
well, yeah. Let's run with it. See what happens. So the first
Okay.
is
3,000 arrests is not a lot in a year.
we don't know how big the
City
city
was
I was
very
thinking.
small.
I was thinking that was a smaller city. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 10 arrests a day. I mean,
That's
in
a
a
small
city.
city.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
that's not even a city. That's
So-
like a fucking town.
Where does it take place? Who was there, and what are they doing?
3.
The keyboard might be fucking up. It's gonna.
I
be
mean,
like
you don't
that.
have to change it. I was just saying, dude. You know, don't get all self-conscious.
Try moving it closer to the. There. Oh.
380.
Wow. Where is it going?
10,000
Where's the? Oh, it's in the
I
tower.
think that's pretty. I was trying to look up Baltimore arrest records earlier, but like I
That's
couldn't
gonna
get
be
a number.
way over.
I couldn't.
All right.
Alright.
How
Where?
many arrests were there in Baltimore, Maryland in 2018?
That's exactly what I typed in. But,
Where does it take place? Who is there, and what are they doing?
NSA
Conference room.
conference room.
Yeah.
Who's there? So obviously, Captain Yellowstone, first and last name.
Yep.
He has to be played,
Okay.
and first, let's see if I butcher this. Damn it! Oh, damn it! I thought I got lucky. Close.
Oh.
Did I fix it?
I think you just said that's
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. First Lieutenant Daniel.
Okay.
He is the second-hand man under.
He's guarding Chelsea, right?
But now we just found out he's the first lieutenant.
Okay.
He was promoted.
Is this before or after that scene?
This is after that scene.
Oh, okay.
Why was he promoted?
He might not have been promoted. He might have already been first lieutenant.
That's true too.
He just does bodyguard work on the side. Or like since he's first lieutenant, he's got a police, be the, I don't know, something for the council people.
Or it could be just vagina for security kind of trade, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So those are the two people that have to be played.
Okay.
And who else is going to be there?
Yeah. Is there anybody else in the
Yes.
conference room?
I mean, it's a full conference room.
There's just random.
There's just
Everybody in the NSA.
Everyone,
Okay.
all the lowly officers.
It's gonna kill every secondary
The,
character.
the janitors are in there.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's in there.
Okay,
So
cool.
those are the two people.
And this is like when Captain Yellowstone is making his speech.
Yeah, this is him walking through the door the first time everyone meets him.
Gotcha.
I picture Lieutenant Daniel standing up on stage there waiting for him because
Gotcha.
that's like the next man on a totem.
All right, cool. So who can't? Are you banning anybody?
Ban any gang members.
Okay. No gang members. All right,
No
cool.
gang activity, no penny, none of that.
No Penny?
She's
Well,
a gang.
Well, isn't Captain Yellowstone as well?
Oh yeah, he is. Captain Yellowstone is a gang. Excluding. There you go. All right. All right. Who you playing, Josh?
I'll play a corrupt cop.
Just somebody should just take Yellowstone from Mike so he can't have what he wants.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
I'll play Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna play a janitor.
Who's next?
Nikki. You won't play. Could be First Lieutenant Daniel, or you can make somebody up. Keep in mind,
So what kind of meeting is this?
this is the meeting where Yellowstone is just been appointed head of the NSA, and he's assembled the entire NSA to like introduce himself and explain why he is now in position. It's the restructuring essentially.
So I'll be the administrative assistant, meeting notes taker.
Okay, meeting. Okay. So
I guess like pretty much the recorder of special meetings.
Okay.
What's your name?
Gladys.
Typical secretary. Okay. I will be. I'll take Daniel. I'll be
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Who do I want to be?
I mean, now you just get to be someone.
I could be anybody. I'll let you guys take the scene.
You
Alright,
you could introduce somebody important.
I could.
Could come in as Chelsea.
You could come in as another council member that we haven't talked about.
Second Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, that's not good. Everybody's name is Dan.
Only lieutenants.
Alright.
Other than the dead guys.
You gotta set the scene?
Yeah, so,
Oh yeah, and that guy too.
Lieutenant Daniel is sitting at the podium, about to introduce our new captain. So, obviously, this is a real shithole place. The place sucks. Everyone knows that. That's why it's getting taken over. Everyone's kind of disgruntled and they like fucking off. Lieutenant Dan's also up on stage with you. Obviously, he's got no legs. He's just
This is First Lieutenant Dan?
second lieutenant.
Okay.
He's second. He's under Daniel.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn it. So Daniel, first lieutenant. Dan. Yeah, I go by Dan.
Okay, where are you?
I'm up on stage too.
With me?
With yeah, because you're Daniel. Yeah, I'm up there, but I don't have any legs.
Do I wheelchair you around?
No, I have an electric one. I'm a really good detective. That's why you keep me around.
Okay.
Well, really good.
Legs in the wheelman.
So yeah, and that's the scene.
Okay.
Everyone's just kind of.
So-
I picture a bunch of fuck off cops throwing paper airplanes. And stuff.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Is that you? Really, your thoughts? Yellowstone. Remember, so about to explain why we're here again. So
Man,
there's 10,000 arrests, and the evidence room is empty. So we're trying to figure out why this is, or who can explain why this. Who knows about this?
And I obviously picture you not walking through the doors and going, "I've got a question." Obviously, you're going to introduce yourself first.
you don't know that.
That's just how I picture the scene. But
I'm thinking how good these fucking things are. Very tasty.
Oh yeah,
your
Yellowstone.
titties have gotten a
I
little
cannot
bigger.
wait to go.
You gotta talk kind of feminine.
I cannot wait to go to Starbucks and get my vanilla sugar-free
Good thing
iced
Starbucks is
latte
catering this meeting because Braxley's in the back.
with
Making, yep.
throwing a knife and killing him.
Just hanging out.
No, so I'm waiting to be introduced to the new group of people, and I'm really excited to be able to smuggle drugs through the NSA. You know, it's going to be very profitable, and it's going to be good.
Did you just say that in front of everybody?
No, this is my
that's
thoughts.
Did we establish that he's smuggling drugs? Or did you just establish that? What did we say in the previous one?
Well, I'm a gang leader.
Oh, yeah. We didn't... Okay.
Well, the drugs were noted before.
Yeah,
like
so
this
he
Chelsea.
is
Go to the top one, 'cause I think it was noted. Leader of the council.
husband and gang leader of the Falcons.
Yeah. So I'm going to be bringing drugs in through
Okay.
the NSA for the Falcons without
Are you
worrying
going to be
about the cops.
smuggling in these? Because
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
But this is all personal.
And Chelsea's your wife, right?
No.
Penny.
Penny's my
Chelsea was the one smuggling these.
Yeah. So you're also involved in those?
Yeah,
For himself.
but through different means. Chelsea's not involved with me.
You ready to go nights, baby?
All done.
Yeah, so
Y'all done?
drugs,
You turn it off?
She's ready to go night. Go to bed.
drugs, weapons, anything a gang
Wanna give it a
uses, you know.
No guns though.
No guns. We don't have
They
guns.
use the
Give Mama a kiss.
morning stars.
Knives, morning stars, flails.
Mama kiss.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. So those are my thoughts. I'm excited for the new opportunities
For
that
drugs
this
and
brings,
gang
but I
members.
also need to ask them why the evidence room is empty to kind of cover for
I can't grab it. There we go.
you know, try to be a somewhat good leader.
Okay.
Act like I
I'll be
care.
right back.
What about you? AA recorder Gladys?
Well, Gladys knows anything and everything. Has
She's
an
just
eye.
in the back, just
She knows everybody's business. She has ears everywhere. She's just
Type away.
taking notes for the official letterhead that's going to be going out at the end of this meeting. Fingers crossed she goes down easy.
Yeah. She seems tired.
Then when she gets overly tired,
Get cranky.
cranky.
she's an anger streak.
Yeah. It runs in your, in, I guess, his family. Like, what's his cousin's name? Joe's wife?
Nicole.
Nicole. That's what I thought it was. I was gonna call her Nikki.
Most people do.
Like Jax. He has fucking rage problems.
Well, from what I hear, John as a toddler was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I can guess from the shit he used to do, ripping up Lethan's book.
Dickhead.
Mother, I would never.
What a dick.
Yeah.
She just doesn't know how to tell us.
Yeah.
Walking through that baby rage. I feel her. Sometimes you just want to just collapse on the ground and just flip out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to go to bed too.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's like,
I
it's
thought
9
this would go
o'clock.
faster. The way he was describing it, I
Mm.
thought we would get through more.
Yeah.
I think because we did a lot of scenes. I mean, this is our third scene.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this not normal?
I
It
mean,
can be.
scenes take a while. Thinking about the question and then getting everything down.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts as First Lieutenant Daniel?
Lieutenant Daniel is Penny's bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
No. Chelsea.
Chelsea's bodyguard.
Chelsea's
You
bodyguard.
do need a web, don't you?
I do. I can't. It's hard to keep track of all this shit. So, Chelsea's bodyguard. All right. So, Lieutenant Daniel is.
It's like we came here to do a detective agency and like everyone's just fucking corrupt. It's like no
Lieutenant,
detective work going on.
the
It's just-
Lieutenant Dan's might be good.
Just blackmail. And
And Lieutenant Dan
murder.
can't wait to get involved in the drug. He's he's a straight arrow guy. He takes his job very seriously, and he's just here to make sure that nothing gets out of hand. He's here to protect the new captain. He's this place is going through some rough times, but he firmly believes in Captain Yellowstone. He thinks that he's a good person, and
Can't blame him.
Poor
and
guy.
he's going to try to protect him. So that's it. Just stand and watch. That's my thoughts, guys.
What are your thoughts?
Uh,
Second Lieutenant.
Second
Dan.
Lieutenant Dan has no legs. He's apparently a really good detective, but really has 6 months left to fix his pension, and will do just about anything to get through that 6 months.
It's
kind of-
trying to get to retirement.
He's yep.
So what is he? 64?
He looks like he's 65, but he's only been a police officer for 20 years. So he's actually 45, about to collect his pension.
What did he do before that?
Looks like shit. I don't know.
He lost his
He's
legs.
just here.
Yeah, he's just here, ready to collect that 20-year pension. Or is it 30 years for a police officer? Say it's 30 years and he's 55, but he looks like he's 70.
Okay.
He's been through some shit.
All right. So who wants to start? I guess you walking into the door,
I
or
thought I was being introduced.
oh, I get on the microphone. Everyone, calm down. Quiet. Quiet.
Fuck you, Dan!
Fucking spitball head thing.
That counts as a gun.
Does do bows count?
Someone shoots an arrow right past your head. Fuck you, Dan!
Also, I never said no bullets.
That's people just throwing 9mm. Fuck you!
You slingshot with a rubber
The
band.
real professional gang members have little pins and rigs, and they hit them with the hammer. And fire bullets. That's the next smuggling is pins. We made pins illegal too, but people are smuggling into the city.
So I take everybody's out of control. So I take a grenade, pull the pin, toss it, not into the crowd because that would be immature. But just
Couldn't imagine why we need a new captain.
And hearing all this commotion, I slam open the doors and I look straight at you and I
it
say,
scares me. I drop the grenade.
"Pick that up."
Pick it up.
Second.
And I immediately just fucking toss it to the side so I'll die. And it fucking blows up. Fucking.
Excuse my voice.
Needless to say, it gets quiet for you. Probably because everybody can hear.
And I
Did you throw it to the left?
To the left.
Okay, Lieutenant Dan's deaf in his left ear, so he
Oh, he's gone.
doesn't even
Still
say
smiling.
I walk out of the room, staring at the silent room. Walk to the podium.
Fucking debris everywhere.
Tap, 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 tap. Check one, check one. Hello, everybody. I am Captain Yellowstone. That is my name. I am the director, the new director of the NSA. So, Director Captain Yellowstone.
Like the park?
Shut up. I have been here for a mere 14 hours. And I recently went into, well, multiple rooms. But I was looking through the cases and I decided to check out the evidence room. Can anybody in here tell me why it's completely empty? I look at all three of you. The recorder apparently knows everything. Lieutenant Dan and Lieutenant Dan.
So
I look at the room. I look at you. Do you have another grenade? Don't pull the pin.
I lift my shirt up and it's just like a bandolier of fucking grenades.
Are you ripped?
Huh? Dude, like, no.
He's not. Okay.
No, I'm not. Oh, you're talking about him, not me.
Yeah.
I'm not ripped. But he's not either.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
So I whisper into your ear.
Please don't get so close.
Sorry. Is there a problem with me getting so close?
Yeah, I just don't want you to.
Okay.
Whatever you have to say, you can say in front of the room.
Very well. I recently
I'm doing these in front of the room, by
fuck you popping them.
I start wheeling myself over to the west side of the stage because I can't hear anything you guys are saying.
So I've seen a lot. I'll just come out and say it. I wish we could have met in private about this matter, but if you insist, I've seen Gladys in that room frequently. I didn't think to say anything about it. She's just our administrator. I don't understand what her purpose was, but I didn't question it. But now that all the evidence is missing, she's the one I've seen in there.
I have not been in there for over a week.
That's not true. You're a liar.
I am a nut.
Can anyone else in this room vouch for what Lieutenant Daniel or Administrator Gladys are saying?
I have been in this department for over 40 years. And you can call me a liar?
Yes, I know what I saw, and I'm prepared to lay my life on the line in the name of this administration. I pull out a grenade. She's lying, and I think she should be executed on the spot.
Daniel, you know you're fucking lying too, because there's never been any evidence in that room. Ever! I'm surprised the poker table's not in there that we all fuck around at every day. But there's never been anything in that room. Who needs evidence? They're arrested. It's not their stuff anymore. Everyone takes it home.
Who are you?
Second Lieutenant Dan.
Up! Well, thank you, Lieutenant Dan. Is this true? Put the grenade away, please.
Put it away or put us all out of our fucking misery.
This is true. I don't like Gladys.
I like her. Just kill her.
I think I would love to keep going, but I think he answered the question.
I think so too.
Okay.
Jeez. What did Gladys do to you?
Oh, God.
So what? Who can explain? So
Lieutenant Dan explains that there's never been evidence in there.
yeah, I like him.
I'm gonna kill him. Right before he retires. He's gonna be on a case.
Fuck it. So much for being a straight arrow. He's fucking psycho. Fucking Daniel.
I just don't like
I don't
Gladys.
like her, so I figured I'd just make her the point of everybody's hate, and then we'll just blow her up with a grenade in front of everybody.
I just imagine Gladys, like, why can't Roz?
Roz from
Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
What did I do to you? I wasn't in that room.
I have the glasses upstairs.
That's true. What'd you do?
I keep hitting F11.
Full screening it.
And then the lens passes to Nikki.
Are we even gonna have enough time? That took us like what, an hour and a half?
Yeah. We could do.
We could probably do your turn and his turn, or we can just stop and play something small, or
Don't matter to me. What do you want to do? You want to have her go?
yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Ready?
No.
No?
What am I doing?
So the first thing is we choose a legacy. which is
Oh, yeah.
Who was the
Legacy.
line?
Me.
You were line. So Mike gets to do a legacy first, actually, and then we'll do your turn. Then that
Oh, I
probably.
forget what the legacy.
So you get to pick anything that was talked about in that last round and make it your legacy. And all what that does, it doesn't. It's unique because it doesn't have to relate to the focus. So it allows you to break free from the focus and literally talk about anything that you want. Now you choose a legacy, and then you choose to make an event or a scene based on anybody's legacy. But because you're the first one, there's only one legacy. So it's whatever you make, you have to talk about. You just make I think it's an event or a scene, or you can do a period too. So yeah, pick something, topics you want to discuss as a legacy.
That we talked about.
Lieutenant Dan retires.
Okay.
That would be an event, right?
Yep, I don't want you killing him.
So do you want to just make a legacy about Lieutenant Dan, or specifically his retirement?
Specifically his retirement.
Okay.
I can still. Oh yeah, I can't. I guess. I can kill him right after he retires.
As soon as you hand him his retirement papers.
So you make an event or a dictated scene, not a period or a played scene.
Make a dictated scene.
Did I
Okay.
do it right?
So the
Yeah.
You're good. And then let Mike. 'Cause he's got to do a scene or an event.
Hear double crying.
I know.
I didn't realize how thin the ceiling is.
Nice.
so I can do a dictated scene or an event.
Yep. And then, baby, you get to pick a new focus. Instead, wait, it was Penny, so now you get to pick a new one, and then you get to make two things, either a period and an event, or an event and a scene. So start pondering.
Guess I don't really need to go into much detail outside of that, right?
Yeah, that's an event, yep.
Wait a second.
First Lieutenant Daniel,
No.
He was promoted.
Somehow he was promoted.
somewhere.
Somewhere along the line, he was promoted and now retires.
Legless fucking Dan, because he was legless as a second lieutenant. So now all of a sudden,
He must have solved the case.
Somehow gets promoted. Still no legs, deaf in left ear.
I like it. Alright. Your turn.
Just smaller.
My next game day.
Is that a good scene? I think that's a good scene. That's a good scene. I'm keeping
Good
it.
event.
Yeah, it's a good event.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do?
Pick a focus first.
Next game day, we're all gonna ride dirt bikes down to the city.
12 o'clock, boys.
I guess.
You know what that is?
No. Seen the meme of Maryland yelling at Baltimore, "Why can't you be normal?" And then Baltimore is like crying and rides off on dirt bike.
No, I didn't see that.
So my coworker keeps trying to sell me one.
The dirt bike?
No, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, dude, it's a 1993. And
Oh, boy.
motor's broken in. It's perfect."
It's been broken in for 26 years.
Yeah, perfect, right?
Told him I'd give him the laptop for it. He didn't want it. I would. Then I'll bring the dirt bike down here. We can ride it. Like,
I guess let's introduce the Hawk gang.
oh, gang.
Nice.
And what else do I do?
And then you get to do a period and an event, or an event and a scene.
So
that a cow, bro?
It's Chick-fil-A.
I was really upset on Sunday when Dustin was driving me to work. He pointed out Chick-fil-A sign. I was like, fucking right, dude. We should stop there and get some chicken biscuits. And he was like, yeah, but we can't because it's Sunday. I was so upset.
You would think, like, after all these years, I will still forget
Mm-hmm.
that they're fucking closed.
Because it's so weird. Like, no one does it. Due to the conflicting
What?
gangs, the police were forced to patrol
Is
using
that
bicycles.
not?
Oh yeah, that works.
Yes, bicycles.
Bicycle cops.
No, I think my event contradicted something from earlier.
What event?
Gang violence overthrows city council, and then in my event I said that Penny's daughter overthrew the council and the NSA.
Yeah. So, why does that conflict? There's a lot that can happen in between that
I
time.
mean, it's
you know?
true. It could, because the council could come back at some point in between there or something. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but we would assume, because she
Or the gangs could become the council. That's really what I meant. By overthrow, I meant they become it.
that's what that's what you
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
had originally said.
Yeah.
They take over, but
okay.
you used the word overthrow.
Gotcha. Okay. So during this time period, police are riding bikes for extra security. Okay?
Yeah.
You gonna make an event? We haven't been doing light or dark either. We're supposed to be doing light or dark.
Everything I've done is light.
Is that a dark event?
Yes,
Okay.
because now it puts more people at risk, but yet they can go more into the trenches.
Okay.
Oh, poor Steve. So,
You gotta make an event within your period.
oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
you didn't say that.
I know.
I had a good one too.
So this doesn't have to involve bicycles. Like, it just has to involve the gang somehow. Basically. Oh, and you're gonna have to make an anchor for this period. This is the first one. You gotta pick a cacti.
Shoot some knives.
So are there two different gangs?
There's
Yes.
the Hog Gang and the Falcon Gang.
Okay.
Bird against bird. Falcons are cooler.
Did we establish what gang Yellowstone is?
Yeah,
part of?
Falcon.
Falcon. He's the
He's the leader.
And then the Hawk Gang is just Red Eye Pete so far.
But he's not the leader, as far as we know. He's just a member.
Yeah.
So that's leader of the
He's
whole
leader.
gang.
Oh, okay.
Guess we gotta find
Yellowstone versus Red Eye Pete.
Okay.
figure out who the leader of the Eagle gang is.
Or the Ravens.
There's all these birds.
Yeah. Doves.
Hummingbirds.
Okay.
Crow's Nest Gang. That's what Captain Yellowstone should have been a part of.
So an event. So
First bicycle patrol comes under fire.
I was gonna. Okay. What do I do? I guess that's kind of too that thing.
past tense, like becomes the sole distributor? Because is more like a period where become is like a specific event, like this happened.
So
That works.
Oh man, it's now a gang member's distributing bikes.
Is it birth
Speaking
control
police.
and fucking bikes now?
but I have an idea for the bikes. Is that not part of the event or
You can. If it is, would a bird flying above be able to see what was so special about these bikes? Is there something visually that you can notice about them, or something that the bikes do?
They're motorized.
Okay, well then you can
Could
do.
be.
They're dirt bikes.
But it can't be anything like discuss. Like you wouldn't be able to hear a discussion about the bikes. But if a bird was flying over and could see that these bikes were different,
Did you delete my comment?
Yeah. You fucking dick.
No one saw it. It sucks.
They might have. I mean, I just saw it. It's been up there 6 hours.
Oh, really? It's the first
Yeah.
time you saw it?
Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook today. Other than that. One of my favorite things to do is see girls post selfies and compare them to Roger.
So, was that an actual selfie on someone that you knew on
Yeah.
Facebook?
Uh-huh.
no?
That bitch had a massive forehead.
Dude, I know.
Holy
I
shit.
think it works.
Did you send that picture
I
to
don't know
her?
if a
No.
bird. No.
Well, I mean, he's part of the Hawk gang. It's kind
I
of,
like to troll people. I don't like to actually
and
hurt
it's a
their
slight
feelings.
feelings.
modification that
Yeah.
he's doing.
Except that one bitch with the guy who was like, "Watch your back. I live in Glen Burnie and I'll find you."
It's not like a
Bitch, I'm an
visual
hour
thing.
and a
That
half
a bird
away.
flying over.
I ain't
God,
worried
there's
about
a
you.
slight modification produced
Or
in.
you could do like the bikes are the bikes
We'll just leave it like this.
police
We'll just leave it like that.
of strange bicycles.
We'll just leave
Okay, because that's more of a I'm not trying to shut you down. Just saying there's like
it. I know.
like a scene would be like why like
I gotcha.
yeah why is Ernest selling bikes to the police basically, and then you could answer that question. All right, is that light or dark?
It would be light
Okay.
with him as an anchor
Why is it light?
because it's a benefit for him.
Okay, works. All right. What time is it? 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For police bicycles. It's like. Well,
Hey, that was part of the you want to
Yeah.
see, so.
I need a bike.
Are we done, or you want what?
We can be done.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's 9:30. It's getting
Oh.
late.
Yeah.
I gotta go take care of Nika.
Oh, we got
Who?
give her the D, huh?
It's just
Huh?
the Mexican chick?
No, this is Dustin's dog that I have to watch.
Oh.
No,
You could have
her.
just left it at that's Dustin's dog. I gotta go
Yeah.
take care of Luca. It's Dustin's dog.
No, her name is Valerie, I think.
You better
Think?
fucking take care of all the shit he just did for you. You fucking owe him.
He asked me a while ago, and I told him yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't met her yet. I'm just texting her. I met her through my sister.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not a stripper.
GG
You
guys.
cut me off.
Was my first
You
question.
cut me off.
Was my first.